Copper's worth 1. Silver's.
Okay, there we go. We are live.
100,000.
I think
Hello, everyone.
this is the
100.
quietest we've ever started. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is.
It's
You've had a
weird.
bad day,
I
apparently.
didn't have a bad day. It was yesterday I had a bad day, and it fucked
Uh,
my day up today. That's what happened there.
oh, yeah? Then what happened?
Well, yesterday was supposed to be my leg day after work. Um, and then I
Yeah, if you need to promote your channel, otherwise my joke isn't gonna work.
I don't know what the fuck that means, your leg day.
I got
Like,
promote my channel, DeathKitten from the
Yeah,
Mitten. Thank you for
where
being
you
here for
where
Death.
you where you usually post it in the other groups, otherwise my joke's not gonna work.
Oh, fucking A. You're right. You're
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Stop yelling
Like here I
at
am trying to make a line up for a joke, and the
me.
one time I'm preemptively doing it, and like you just have to fuck up my
What
joke.
Death
Don't
is
consider it.
about to
and,
say.
and then
And
death ruins
consider
it.
it.
Yep, fucking death ruins it.
Okay,
God damn it.
for those of you who don't know, guys, I'm actually showing my screen, so it's hard for me to actually go to the other discords right now and show that. Like, I do that.
Why are you showing your screen?
Cause what? I'm just gonna show me? No, like Ren right now
Well,
is on
what the
screen, so now
fuck are
he's on
you?
my stream too, cause his
Oh,
camera's up and I have
well,
my
okay,
cam.
just put
We
him on like your second screen and then stream that one and then do whatever you need to do on Discord.
I need 3 screens. That's what
Oh,
I want
I
you
And
guess
to do.
we're gonna
I gotta
make
turn my
Garrison
camera off.
famous.
No, 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 no. You're good.
No, don't. We're making you
I
famous.
Rog, you're blind, so you don't
Oh.
understand what I'm doing. I show like our little chat area in here. So
Mm-hmm.
then
We full screen the VC so that the profile squares of everyone shows up for the entire screen, and we stream that.
yeah, that way they're not just staring
No.
at one person chatting. They can see how many people are actually in here talking. And it's funny
Yeah.
when I'm actually clicked on Discord
Click
and
on that.
Aries talks, his little cat frog talks, and it's so cute.
Maybe we should like set it up to like where we just, have Garrison on the screen and like every once in a while whenever his mouth starts moving, like mute him in the thing. But like while you're talking, it'll sound like he's you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, Garrison, what the fuck happened to your voice?
uh,
Why the hell do you sound like a woman?
why do you sound like death, bruh?
I'm slowly transitioning into Garrison or Ren, whatever.
Man, you got to do a sex change and a race change. Jesus
I
Christ, that's
know,
that's gonna
right?
be expensive. That's gonna be expensive as hell.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so yesterday was supposed to be my leg day after work. And what ended up happening was my brother he's going to Missouri for some training for work. And so we were going to all have dinner cuz my dad just butchered like 90 chickens and he wanted to cook a couple and have like a little cookout for us. And so we were trying to figure out a day, and I wanted Friday because then we could celebrate my daughter's birthday. My youngest is turning 5. And, well, Friday's not going to work because my brother's leaving on Saturday. So my brother brought up Wednesday. So I'm like, oh, okay, fine. And so I figured I'll just do leg day afterwards. I'll just go to the gym afterwards. Well, as soon as I get out of work, I run 30 minutes to my house to pick up my kids and 30 minutes
Oh,
back
well,
to
it
my
sounds like you
dad's.
got your leg in then.
Well, no, okay, drive. My bad. My bad. I drive. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh,
gonna say that.
fucking smart ass.
Like she like ran to her house after like I
In
don't
30
know
minutes?
class or
What was the
whatever,
distance?
and then picked up
I
her
don't
kids,
know.
put them on her back, and then ran to her dad's.
Fucking smart
Like that's so yeah. It
Maybe
sounds like you're like really training hard. That's pretty good.
ass.
she
But
might have one of those Flintstone cars.
oh,
The ones where their
my
feet goes
poor
through the ground and they
feet.
just use their feet to drag the car
No,
along.
because then she's sitting and she's not putting as much effort in. She has to stand up with all three kids on her back and run.
Mm, dude, I'd be ripped. That'd be
I,
awesome if I could do that. But anyway, um, so I get back to my dad's and he he's about to hop in the shower. My brother had just gotten out of my brother's master mechanic, so he's all oily and stuff, and he just hopped. He was in the middle of a shower. So
Free
Mhm.
lube.
my
I thought she was gonna say my brother's a masturbator and he's like all greasy and shit whenever he,
oh,
he comes in
I
and
learned what a
Oh
fluffer
yeah, he's
was
great at he's
yesterday.
great at cranking those nuts.
So that if you guys don't know what a fluffer is, I can teach you. I can learn you on that.
Enlighten us.
I know what a
Enlighten
fluffer
us.
is.
No, what do you? No,
I
hold on, hold on. What do you think a fluffer is, Death?
no, I know what a fluffer is. I know what a fluffer is now.
All right, for sure, for sure.
But
All
let me finish this one story and then we'll go into the fluffer. Uh, well, no, we don't want to. Okay, I don't want to.
right.
Oh
We'll go
my
into the
god.
fluffer.
Would you like to fluff me? Is that what are you?
No,
Yeah,
Are
is
you
that what
like
you're asking?
subtly? Are you subtly
Oh.
trying to ask me if you can fluff me? Is that what's going on here?
Rog, I will not. I will power wash your house. I will not be your fluffer. Um,
No, well that's
will you fluff
disappointing.
me? Seriously?
No, no, I thought that's what you were gonna ask me.
No.
Like,
But so so as my dad was in the bathroom and my brother was taking a shower in the other bathroom, my dad heard gurgling and water coming up from the other shower and in the sink, and he's like, "Oh no!" So his drain pipe into
so your brother greased into the like drain and plugged it all up and shit.
it happens every so often. It's because of how the pipes were laid or something. There's one really sharp corner. So they
And
have,
that's where the grease gets stuck. Yeah.
yes, the grease.
Uh,
And so my dad and my brother went and got a snake and had to go out there dig for 2 hours. They were basically playing with poop, trying to get this shit to move. And
Hmm.
finally did. So we actually didn't sit down to eat for um until like 8, 9 o'clock. And so at that point I was a bottle of wine in. Um,
Why wasn't you helping them get the shit out of the pipes?
because it was such a small area, two people.
Oh, it was a man's job. I
I
got you.
no, I would have just gotten in the way, so I watched the kids to keep them out of the.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Because women don't know how to do plumbing, so
Okay, I will
usually
say
like
when I grew up in a traditional household where they did not teach me how to use tools. Now that I own my own house and I'm a single mom of three, I'm learning to do all this shit on my own. Like
or you just call a plumber.
no, I
Well,
well
no,
You
I
just
mean
keep
that
on.
that that that's what most women do. They're just like, oh man, I got to do plumbing. I better call a
no,
plumber because I'm not doing it.
I know how to take a
I know
part.
how that video goes.
She's like, I know
Oh,
how to take a plunger. I have a
I don't have the
plunger in my
money to pay
bathroom.
you, Mr. Plumber. How will I ever repay you? Are you talking about
By
that one?
fluffing him. By
By
fluffing
fluffing
him.
him.
fluffing.
Fucking A.
Hey, Mr. Plumber Man, give me your 12-inch plumber.
12-inch. Okay, that might be debatable. Um,
Well, I mean, skin's stretchy.
Yep, stretchy skin. He's got that super triangular skin cells or whatever that make him stretchy.
well, so that fucked up yesterday. So I didn't get
Hmm.
to do leg day. So I was just like, well, I'll just do it after work today. And I figured I'd have enough time to do it before the podcast. Well,
Well, of course not.
but then I quick grabbed the kids something to eat and me something to eat because I hadn't eaten all day. So I sat down with the kids and had a little bit of food. And then by the time I actually went to the gym, it was I think 6:45 when I
Yeah, it was
started my
like 8
run.
o'clock.
No, it was 6:45 when I started my run, and I do a 15-minute run. And then I sat down at the first machine, and I'm like, it was 7:03. I'm like, oh fuck, 8 o'clock is the podcast. Shit. And leg day is one of my like. I don't have as many machines that I work with on leg day because I strictly stick to legs, so I don't. If
Why
I
didn't
wouldn't
you
be
just like
walking
run?
because I don't. I want to build muscle. I don't just want to
Oh,
run.
well, run up and down
She
stairs.
want to be thick.
But so
She wants that tight ass. She doesn't want to look like that one Twitch thought we saw that one day, where her ass was like all jiggly and shit.
Oh
like
my
super
god,
jiggles.
yeah, she literally just lost weight and was just her butt was just skin. That was what that
I
was.
call that Twitch thought super jiggles.
That's the thing though, like
Super
that isn't
jiggle.
just losing weight. That's liposuction losing weight.
Oh really? I've never seen it. Like I've seen it done, but I've never seen
Most
that happen.
Yeah,
women
like-
want a big ass for some reason.
If you just straight up take the fat out, it will get saggy like that. Because it was stretching, it would take forever. Like most people would have the skin like surgically removed, which is also a health risk if they get fat again. But yeah, it's usually a follow-up surgery afterwards to remove the saggy skin.
That way you don't take off flying whenever the wind picks up and you're in a bikini. Ass
I'm
flaps.
sure she's
will
got other
work like,
flaps.
the ass
Going
flaps
by
work
the-
like parachutes.
Going by the Twitch thoughts so far, I'd say she's got other flaps that can do that for her.
Hell, flappy.
Why the podcast will first it was
Flappy
Earth,
Bird.
now Dust. Next week Rog will get lost or something. I sat
Oh,
in here.
no.
I sat in here, Wolf, for
I
like
agree.
10 minutes, just going Rog, because he went somewhere. He was not.
Well, you weren't here. You
Yes,
said you said 9 o'clock, and I was here, and
no,
you weren't.
no,
so
I was here.
Like,
I was here at 8:50.
I was like,
And I
well,
started
fuck
loading
off,
things
then.
up,
I
and then
left,
Aries had to take a radical piss.
and then you weren't ready.
No,
You had
I
all that
totally
extra time to get ready, and you still weren't ready.
What I actually said was I totally had to take a radical piss.
Totally.
So you totally took a radically pit.
Yeah, he
whatever.
took a
Radical.
he took a very rattly
rattlesnake
piss.
piss?
Yes,
I can't fucking talk.
he took a rattly
He-
piss.
He took a rattlesnake piss. That's what
No,
I
just
heard.
a rattly piss. Like he was pissed.
Rattly
He was
piss.
passing fucking I don't know, kidney stones like a motherfucker. Just sounded like a baby
Ooh.
rattling the fucking
Yeah.
toilet bowl while he was pissing.
They just
His
pass so many
urethra
times-
must be like the size of a dime.
They pass so many times into my nutsack. It's just when I jingle him, it sounds like a rattlesnake.
Man,
Oh my God.
yeah, just keep fucking flying out of there. You can probably shoot down airplanes with it.
Well, if you feel like hopping in, hop on in, because, well, I have one topic that I planned on bringing up, but you guys didn't offer much of anything this past week, so.
You
topic? Okay.
well, I thought we were gonna cover other topics, but okay.
What other topics? Tell me.
Like, I don't know, like, wasn't there like 10, 15 that we were trying to do like 3 weeks ago, but we just
Yeah,
like,
and we
couldn't do it
slowly
because
we slowly finally did it. Last week we were
Like-
last week we actually hit a lot of the topics.
oh yeah, that racist white guy that made the music video that wasn't racist or something.
Yeah, Jason Allen.
Yeah, that guy,
I guess we could do stupid shit that happens in Florida.
Edgar Allan Poe.
We'd
Yeah,
be here till next year.
We even did jizz in a tube last week, guys.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, technically, that's just a penis with a cock ring on it.
Hey, yo,
Touche.
I've tried one of those.
What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of liked it. The chick got more enjoyment out of it than I did,
Well,
though.
yeah, because they're more for her pleasure.
Yeah, everything's for her pleasure, and the boy's toy box is fucking empty, but women's got like an overflow. Can't even close the
I
fucking
got
lid
okay,
on
I
it.
got a topic.
I won't
I got a
even
quick
show you
topic.
my drawer. My drawer is
I know the women's toy box is full. Men got like 1 or 2 things in there, and that's it. Like the rest is for her. It's like,
Well, no.
fuck, dude. Do women really hate having sex with men that badly that like
no. There's
they
that
have to
many
have all these fucking things? Like,
no,
what-
it's not.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not that. It's the fact that there's a whole bunch of men out there that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
How in the well, teach them. How in the fuck did we become the dominant species on the planet if women hate having sex with men so much? Like, what the fuck?
No, most
Something
men,
went
most
wrong
men-
somewhere.
Most men don't care. They do not care. They're there to get themselves off, and they're done. They think they got you off by them getting off. And so,
Yeah.
like, I've literally had to open up my drawer after sex.
Oh, I thought she was. Never mind. I thought she was gonna open up something else after
No.
sex and show them, like, you see that?
What
You didn't do
You
anything.
never, you never asked them. You never asked them to use it during, like.
A lot of men are actually intimidated by toys.
Don't.
Well, I mean, when you start breaking out the
Why,
fucking
but-
15-inch bad dragon shit, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I'd
be
or
like,
the,
"Alright, I'm
or
leaving."
the tentacle that suction cups to the floor. Hello, that's fucking scary as shit.
Beth probably
Hi,
pulls
Jack.
out her ovipositor and says, "Bend over, big boy," and like squirts an egg into his asshole or something. Like,
What the fuck do you think I am into? Holy shit!
well, you just said men get intimidated. I mean, a woman's
Yo,
never
so-
intimidated me
I-
with like toys and
well, if
shit.
you've been
So
dating the
I know a
same
girl.
girl for quite some time and you're an adult, we know you've explored a little bit. Don't
I've
try to say
explored a
no
lot.
comment. Yes, Rog, we know you would have explored a lot.
Oh, okay, somebody else.
Yeah, that's Wolf I'm talking to because he said no comment on this topic.
Oh, well, wait, hasn't he like been with his girlfriend for like 8 years or something?
For a
Like,
while. Yeah. They even
she's
lived down in
probably
Florida
bent
for a
him
bit.
over and been the man before. Like, hell, that's a long
Seriously,
time.
you think Potato Frog was dominant? Is dominant like that?
Actually, I don't get that kind of vibe from her. No, not
No,
really.
I
But
don't get that kind of vibe from her.
like,
I don't
She's
get
probably
that
bent
kind
him.
of vibe
She's
from
probably
Wolf
bent him
either,
so much that
though.
he joined the LGBT community and then bent back again.
Hi,
yeah.
Full
Crux!
360.
Did you walk into
Well,
something that you didn't really want to walk
well,
into again?
she might have been really working him over. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't, I don't
Not.
talk about that kind of shit with him. But
Hold on, is Pirate in here?
probably.
Hey, Rog, what is with you wanting to get rid of all the soundboard noises?
What? No, I don't want to get rid of all of them. Just those annoying Billy Joe Bim Bob fucking bullshit.
Ain't nothing wrong with Postal Dude.
Oh man, that thing is so annoying. The Jelly Bow Bim Bob and like all this other shit, and I'm
I don't
like,
even know
man,
who that is. A Wild
I
Willie?
don't
Postal
either.
Dude.
It's something from a
Fuck the wall, it
game
hit me
that
like a truck.
is that
Okay,
what Potato
I'll
Frog
give you an
does?
idea of who the Postal Dude is. He's from a game series called Postal. The first game got sued by the postage company for being
Oh
called
yeah, I
Postal
know
because the
that.
entire game premise is about just massacring everyone.
Yeah, I know that. I
And
just
they are trying to offend as many people as possible in each game.
That's all.
well, who the fuck is Billy Joe Bim Bob doing fucking offending? Well, like, what's that one about?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, maybe it's like
I
West
don't.
Virginians. Oh,
But it's
Garrison, you said you had a topic.
Oh yeah. So essentially, you know how like in some cases, like like
You take a big
parent-in-laws.
tentacle. Never mind.
Oh yeah. You take a big tentacle to your parent-in-law, and
Oh yeah,
and
we've
you
all
just
been
like you
there.
show them, and then like for some reason they just like they're kind of into it, and you weren't prepared for that.
Yeah, and then their significant other walks in, like your other parent-in-law walks in, and was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, we've all
No,
been there.
but we've all been there. But seriously, so have you guys ever experienced like if not on like the in-law stage of marriage, like the parents of your significant other at some point in time, like how were they? And if they treated you well, how well did they treat you? If they treated you poorly, what the fuck did they do?
Hmm. A lot of them liked me, but there was a couple that really hated me. Like the one that really hated me was this one chick's stepdad, but it just turned out that he like her mom was like
Oh
always really
yeah, we talked
protective
about this
over her.
previously on Spit Roast.
Yeah, like but her mom fucking loved me.
You
But
can
yeah, like
get two cracks.
her stepdad got like he fucking hated me. Well, he actually hated like every guy. And it turned out he wanted to fuck her and he actually ended up fucking her and getting her pregnant before she was 18, and then he threw her mom out. That was the only time that I ever like, like had any real well, I had another ex too. Her mom was just a cunt though. Like her mom was all about she was the type of person that thought credit cards were just these magical pieces of plastic that just generated money. Like you could just buy shit with it and then never worry about it ever again. And she fucked over a lot of people financially by doing that. But
Damn.
outside of that, like, but she didn't like me because I wouldn't like let her borrow money or anything.
See, most of my ex's parents liked me. Um, one didn't. Um, his mom didn't because we had a decent age difference between us. We had about 10 years, and I was 18 at the time.
Hmm.
So his
Is
mom
that the
didn't.
one that was fucking you and you didn't know you was having sex or something?
No, this guy was
Oh.
just fucking abusive. Like this is the guy
Ah.
that
Unhealthy
if I
relationship.
didn't leave him and get pregnant by another guy, this guy would have killed me, and I know it.
Damn.
Well,
No, I had a relationship like that.
where if you didn't leave her, she and got
If I didn't
pregnant
get
by
pregnant,
somebody else.
if I didn't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
pregnant
if
by
he didn't
somebody
get
else,
pregnant.
yeah, I would have got killed. I have a child. You
Goddamn.
guys don't know?
God, I didn't realize
His
you
name is
gave birth.
Bartholomew.
That's crazy.
His name is Bartholomew Whitaker.
That is awesome. Congratulations on being a man and giving birth. Wow, man, they're really doing miracles with
Junior.
surgery these days.
Oh yeah,
Like,
but
But yeah.
no, like as far as like almost being killed, because like I had woken up in the middle of a night with one ex, and she just had a knife over my throat and asked me who's the bitch with the box braids, and I was like, that's all like an old fling, but like I don't even talk to her. I just had her picture in my deleteds file, so she like went through my phone and went through my deleteds, and then woke up and was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this nigga. Like what?
The bitch with the box braids? What the fuck are box braids?
It's a specific
Um,
type of braid. Like
Yeah.
I have to say, like, black women can do their hair fantastic.
Oh
Like
no,
I
both
am.
of the women were white. Both of the women were white.
Oh really?
He's like, yeah, no, that white.
What?
That white. Nah,
My
these
bad
bitches
for
are white.
assuming.
What's your
'Cause
excuse? Why's your hair look like that? You're white too. What the
Shit.
fuck's your excuse?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
It's not my fault. I'm colorblind.
I'm not even kidding. Both of the women were white and
Well,
like,
that's your issue right there. Fucking white women with
He's
box
making
braids and shit are
coconut.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Remember what's that one
Let's
girl
go.
who was
Let's
on
actually
Dr.
go.
Phil going, "Meet me outside." How about that?
That might as well have been like that one.
Yeah, for the
girl that did
longest
it.
time, I thought that chick was black, but it turned out she was white.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought
because
she
I
was
never actually
Italian.
saw her. I just heard her yelling that in like memes and shit, or like little skits and shit. And I thought that chick was black, but I guess she wasn't.
Nope. She was a little and now she has like a record deal and all this shit. She can't sing
Yeah,
worth it.
she also has an OnlyFans. She like was
Well,
counting
that's
down the
not
days on
surprising.
like her Twitter and shit, like whenever she turned 18 to like start an OnlyFans and shit or whatever. But I was like, God damn. But
That
that's happened
is,
to me a lot though.
it's like a
Like
reverse.
I'll like
I will.
hear like a voice or something and I'll just assume like, what race they are. Like I've heard like black chicks sound like white chicks, and like I'll just like hear them like flipping out or whatever, doing some kind of a skit or something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably just like a white chick or whatever, and don't really think about it. And then I'll make a joke about it later on, and they're like, wait, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, that chick, she was white. They're like, that chick is black. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I never actually saw them. I just heard them. Man, I hate when that shit happens. It makes me look like a real asshole.
Well, I felt like a real asshole, and all of a sudden, apparently, they were white, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm a bitch
Yeah, well, what's your
for
excuse,
assuming.
Death? Why does your hair look like that?
Because I grew up a tomboy
Apparently,
and never knew how to do my hair. It was either down
apparently
straight
white
or up in a
women,
ponytail.
apparently white women, uh, well, know how to do their hair like black
No,
women, according to you.
that
So what
no,
the fuck is this?
there are some white women who can really do hair too. Like they study hard or they work on that. But
Mm.
I don't know. A black woman just they seem to just come by it naturally, and maybe if it's part of their culture to where it's so much they put
Well,
so
braids are a
much
part of all
effort.
cultures.
Yeah, but I didn't grow up knowing braids.
She had like the
Yeah,
big
because it's,
braids that you see horse girls
well,
having. Like,
Braids are
you
easy
mean
enough to do. They just take time.
French braids?
no, like
I
the
didn't
horse
do
girl braid,
French
like
braids.
the
I
ones
didn't
that
do
look kind of
regular
like
braids.
French braids were common.
I
the
French
didn't
braids
ones
do
were
that look
any of
like
common
that.
for
Laura Croft's
Caucasians, but
braids.
like if you're talking about like cornrows, if you're talking about like box braids, if you're talking about like any of like those styles, they're originally like a design or like a creation of like Ebonic like culture, like in America. So like they
Uh,
describe how like black people or they show how like black people have kind of made an art style of just hair, you know?
Oh yeah.
especially with like
They have
barbershops and stuff like that.
barbershops too. Like makes me feel so like basic.
Barbershops make you feel basic?
No, other people doing their hair so fancy
Oh,
make me feel basic.
honestly though, I always prefer a chick that just has like natural long straight hair. They don't gotta do like weird shit to it, like put twists in it and braids. And I mean, braids are fine as shit, but like hippie girls, pretty much. You know, the chicks that like, have super long hair and it's just straight and that's it. Like
Oh,
nothing special to it. I
well,
always like that better.
well, yeah, 'cause you're a hippie at heart. We all know this.
I don't know why other guys
Yay,
don't find
Clarks,
that
you're basic
attractive,
like
but
me.
yeah, like Clux's hair looks nice. A few times I've seen her. Okay, I'm like, she's got long straight hair. It's nice.
I feel like it's easier for a guy to choose a hairstyle than it is for a woman to choose a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called being decisive.
Kiss my
I
ass.
call it just not caring enough.
See, there was one time where I actually, cause my oldest was 2, and she kept jumping off my lap and holding onto my hair, like, and just pulling it so hard, and it sucked.
Weren't
So
you used
I
to that?
chopped it off. Not at that point. No, no, I was not.
I mean, you had 3 kids.
No, at that point I only
But,
had my oldest.
oh, oh, that's so you was like 13 when that. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god. And so, um, but I decided to chop off like a foot of my hair. So it was like it
Jesus
was shaved in the
Christ.
back, and to the
Your
point
hair had
where
feet.
shaved in the back area.
Oh, you went for like one of those weird Miley Cyrus looks, like where like half
Oh,
the head's shaved and the other half
I
isn't.
no, it was just slightly longer on top. It was so fucking easy to style. I miss that haircut, but at the same time, I do like having long hair. I like how my hair it looks long, but I miss that like crazy because it was so easy. But just for cutting my hair short, I had so many people call me a dyke. It's just
Yeah.
like
Mm.
that's what issues arise just by being a woman and choosing to just go short.
And you were a farm girl, so
I
yeah.
was not I never grew up on a farm. I got 45 seconds before an ad, guys, just so you know.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, you too, Rog.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Isn't
just,
there now like a certain hairstyle known as like the Karen style?
Oh yeah,
Like a
and
woman with
it's a
like
like
a,
a real
bob. And
cut.
I was
oldest
gonna
looks
say, is that a
so
bob?
my oldest looks so cute in a bob,
Oh,
and
your oldest is gonna make a cute Karen one day.
I feel
Oh, he's a
so
cute little
bad.
Karen.
I feel so bad for her because every time I tell her, because she got a stacked bob, and it's just like, oh my god, you're a little Karen. Oh my god, but you're so cute. It suits you so well. And but there's nothing you can do about it because there's certain hairstyles that look good on certain faces, and she has a rounder face, and bobs look good on rounder faces.
Give her dreadlocks.
She actually wants me to shave part of her head
Oh, well,
because
I mean,
she is one.
apparently she likes Miley Cyrus, so go
She
for it.
no, she does not like Miley Cyrus. She actually she identifies as non-binary, but I don't think
Mhm.
she fully understands what that is
Yeah, probably just
or
heard a
why to
kid
choose that.
say it.
Yeah. She's just doing it to kind of fit in, which okay, you be you, just be. And I tell her just be aware, you will have people who pressure you on this
Yep, you're gonna get fucked
make
with.
fun of you're
No.
putting a target on you, sadly.
Actually, I think me and Garrison were talking about that earlier today.
So and but other than that, she's a tomboy. She plays video games, and she's an empath, so she likes to stay by herself and not deal with other people's fucking emotions. Like,
So she's a tomboy who thinks that by being a tomboy it makes her non-binary.
yeah, because I grew up a tomboy. Now look at me.
Yep, didn't know what sex was until you were 25 and had kids when you were 13. Yep, that's what happens.
Oh
You,
my god.
how are things in Rhode Island, Rog?
Rhode Island. Oh, you know, it's fucking
Hello,
windy.
Harry.
Windy and
What?
Hello
I see what
there.
you're doing.
Oh.
salty and oceany.
What is that? Hold on, now I gotta change things
I
around.
love it.
That. Oh my god! Since you turned on that, it mess with things. There you go. What is that? Now you
No, I
gotta.
heard earlier that the shitty anime One Piece is finally going to be ending soon.
I call bullshit on that.
I also heard that they're going to be really upset with the ending because it's just going to be like the One Piece was inside you all along, or it's your friends you made all along the way, or some bullshit like that.
I think it was a mistranslation. Instead of One Piece, they misread it as 1 inch.
Uh, Wait, is his pecker the One Piece? Like I don't understand that logic. Is his penis the One Piece he was trying to find?
Probably.
Well, I don't know. You said like 1 inch. Like I don't. I'm assuming that Luffy has a 1 inch pecker.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
He's
I
got
don't
a
follow the
pecker.
anime at all, so yeah, I don't know shit about other than it sucks because it's like I don't
probably
know.
wouldn't be canon for him, considering how he is the one person that would be able to stretch, in theory, infinitely.
Oh well,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about that shit.
So, Rhode Island, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, I told you. Yeah, it's like windy and salty and
And
oceany.
and takes you 15 minutes to walk across the state.
Yeah, and the prostitutes are very nice here. I've been enjoying myself all week. They're
Oh,
a great time. You know, they only look a
look
little
how
drugged
cute
up,
that is.
and
Yeah, right.
Did you guys know what a prostitute was when you were young?
I knew what a hooker was whenever I was young.
Same diff.
Oh, I know. That's just I only ever heard them called hookers. Never heard them called
I like
prostitutes until
that
I
one,
got
Harry.
older.
Stick with that one.
You like hookers too?
No.
Yeah, we all
Oh,
like
come on over to Rhode Island. We got. I've been enjoying the hell out of them this week.
Is it really Rhode
Oh
Island?
yeah,
Did I finally get it?
That
she's
no.
got him hook, a line, and sinker.
I'm gullible. You guys know this. You've known me for what? Going on.
Goddamn.
She was hooked by the hookers.
She actually thought that I was like out here in Rhode Island, like banging hookers all week. Like, yeah, man. You know, I've been
No, you were looking for your wife. I already know that. You
tasting
already told me you've been
I'm
looking for a wife.
shopping for a wife, not looking. Looking implies I fucking get her for
Yes,
free. I
love
have
the
to
hookers.
pay
Rog,
for
I know an amazing way to find a single woman in your area. All you have to do
Kill the
is go onto
husband.
that too. Also, all you have to do is just go onto Facebook Marketplace, look up wedding dresses, used wedding dresses, and filter by size.
I'm not doing that.
That's rough.
I mean, that might work, but I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want a pre-married woman. You know, that's just means they're certified pre-fucked.
Pre-married woman.
Certified
And
pre-fucked, just
look
like
for
your
prom
cars are
dresses.
certified pre-owned. Prom dress, man, I don't want one that's also had an abortion too, dude. Like, come on.
What the fuck?
Or a miscarriage in the dumpster behind the school at prom night. Like, I ain't fucking.
But
Oh.
dumpster diving.
I don't want lesbians either. They're not interested in what I'm selling. Like, they'll just, oh, hi, you're nice, let's be friends, and then that's it. They won't fuck me. Like, I'm not interested in that.
Well, I mean, they would fuck you over, just not in that sense.
Yeah, they're not gonna fuck me in the fun way. They're gonna fuck me in the annoying way. Like the way Carson used to fuck me and everything, you know. Like it sounds fun, but it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Oh,
What wasn't fun about it?
Have you ever been fucked badly by a woman?
Kinda.
not yet.
Well, then you know what I'm talking about. Well, no, Death, you haven't fully embraced your lesbianism yet. Of course, you haven't been fucked by a woman yet. Yeah, exactly. Clocks. Exactly.
Harry.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
Eventually, clocks will fuck Death. Exactly.
Yes.
And whenever that happens, Death will finally realize that she's never been straight, that she's always been a lesbian because Clocks is just that good. I
Yep.
guess. I don't know.
Or Redza.
I got it on good authority from Redza, yeah, so like that Clocks made her a lesbian, so I'm assuming that you know. Then that's also why Redzilla lost her hearing too. Was
Did,
because of clocks.
Clock still hasn't said anything.
Oh, she's probably not even there.
No, you don't understand. You're blind. Let's just say Aries is wearing a mask and he can change the words on it. Love you too, asshole. Okay, there we go.
Is that why he sounds
Oh.
different? Like he sounds like a little muffled, like somebody's trying to kidnap him?
Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. Hey, this is the first time he's been on camera. Okay, so.
So he's wearing masks.
Oh, fucking autocorrect screwed me over on that one.
No face reveals.
Let's see. Why is my email already all of a sudden popping up? That's idiotic. Okay, so
Because Clocks is sending you emails.
okay. Oh, I wish. I wouldn't. I
She's
really
probably
wouldn't
sending
want.
you more pictures of her in her underwear.
I really wouldn't want those popping up. You know.
And her
Those
like
on air.
weird chain thong thing that she runs
There
around
we
the house
go.
in.
It's good boobs increase property value.
Yeah, glitter boobs. That's this week's tip.
Oh my god, that reminds. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that right now.
Why? Clocks is here. Let's talk about it.
No,
Why
no.
did you increase your property value again?
No, I had no, I'm not no, no, no. I had to change jewelry out because I had jewelry that was connected to other jewelry and I kept tugging on it accidentally and it was not. At first it was fun, then it wasn't.
You had your vagina piercing connected to your nipple
I don't
piercings?
have a vagina piercing.
Oh, well, how else are you going to raise your property value?
Like that just doesn't. Okay, so to get the clip pierced, like it just seems not to be how it'd be hard to keep that area clean. Like that's initially a wound.
You know,
Some would say the maintenance is a real cunt.
you should talk to Clocks about this. I've heard that she knows all about that type of thing. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Uh, it's been I don't know if I'd be that big of a fan of it anyway. So that's always been kind of like.
Well, yeah, but if you do get your vagina pierced, then you
Not
can
once
run a thin, like, golden
not
chain up
once it's
to your
healed.
nipples and connected.
Fuck
Yeah,
off,
see,
Rock.
Clocks knows all about it. And just imagine how high your property value will get then.
I wouldn't show it off. I don't have see-through fucking. Okay, I do have see-through underwear, but not see-through
I'm sure.
pants.
I'm
I
sure
thought you were about to say
in
you
my
have see-through
underwear.
nipples.
I'm sure Clocks will
No, I
let
do
you
not have
borrow a
see-through.
pair of hers.
Oh my god, I'm not used to contacts. I just went to push out my fucking glasses.
Why? They're not falling off. You're not wearing them.
Clax, don't be sending me something right now. Otherwise, unless you want me to show it off to everybody.
Clocks
I
is
can't remember
showing.
what we've been talking about in that chat. So.
Clocks is showing you her chain connecting piercings.
Yeah,
She's got snake bites connected to her ears, connected to her nipples, connected to her vajayjay.
Damn. Oh, that's so cute.
Also connected to where her tail used to be.
Have you seen those butt plugs that have a tail?
Oh my god.
I don't know Clocks that
Yeah.
well, so no.
They're extremely popular. They've been around for ages.
I know, they're so cute.
Yeah, I told you that was like in Saints Row the Third.
Are they popular in Rhode Island?
I haven't seen any hookers walking around with tails, but I mean, maybe. I can ask the next one. I got two of them coming tonight, so you know. Ordered up two. They had a 2-for-1 deal at the local pimp shop.
The local pimp shop. Oh, I didn't put Panda on. I've only had my ears and belly button pierced. Why does everyone think I got all those fun things? Because this is Rog we're talking about. Rog thinks everyone has fun things. He's just going to say that you have the fun things, even if you don't have the fun things. I just happen to have some of the fun things he brings up.
Clocks used to be a party girl, that's how I know she's got all that shit.
Oh, okay. I do not. What? Did I miss something? Clocks. I really wish you like to be on. You didn't mind being on stream, Clocks. I kind of want to need. You need to type a little faster. Where did Aries go? Are you having a radical piss again?
A rattly piss.
He's hiding.
He's hiding. What? Clocks, Rog is saying that you had a huge party stage.
So, I was just waiting. I was waiting on you to tell me when.
So,
you want to know? Okay, I can order it now. Shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, she used to go to those piercing parties.
Piercing? Were there piercing parties? I was like, didn't do shit teens. I went to drinking parties and shit, normal teen shit. You can't say normal teen shit. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that, and I just stopped being a teen.
Like, I didn't start drinking until I was 18, and I think my first drink was a mojito.
Mojito?
I still don't drink.
Shit, my underage drinking ass.
I drink.
I don't drink no more, but when I was like 13, 14, right? My parents like would buy like seltzers and stuff. They didn't know this. It's not bad parenting. It's literally just like
I am.
I was a rebel, you know? You can't blame that on
Yeah,
me.
he was just a bad kid, that's all.
I was just a bad kid. So I was like, ooh, let me see how this shit tastes. Because it looks good.
You tattooed your brother?
I didn't start drinking until New Year's Day, and technically I haven't stopped.
That's who my brother was.
No, that shit's not normal.
No, that's not normal.
Maybe in Canada.
My older brother.
But not down here.
I got death calling it Canadian though.
I've always called it Canadian.
Actually, getting family members to do your tattoos isn't actually that uncommon.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say. I was going to say that.
So,
yeah,
Clocks,
that's
do you
actually
know
normal.
how to do tattoos, or did someone just hand you a tattoo gun and you're just like, okay?
No, stick and poke.
No, they basically tandem the tattoo needle. They hold it with you.
Okay, because fuck, I can't.
No, she's saying the old poke.
She was.
The only reason I
she
know
was
that
giving.
is because I was considering training to become one.
She was giving prison tattoos.
Can you draw?
Sewing needle? Like
so,
stick and poke.
So you had a needle and a sewing needle and ink. That's interesting.
Obviously.
And she would have had like a little paddle to hit it to like.
Oh, that's prison. Like, isn't that how?
Yeah, that's prison tattoos. Yes.
It's called stick and poke.
She saw.
Clocks did hard time.
To stab her brother, and she's like, "Yeah, this is fine."
Just my hand. Oh, you just.
It's Morse code.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I don't trust my brothers enough for that. No. Me and my brothers, we were the type to like tie each other to chairs. Like one of my brother, I was that little brat little sister that would get them in trouble and shit. Like I tattletaled, like they hated me. Don't blame them for not wanting to do shit with me. And so this led to me getting tied to a chair and locked into bathrooms, generally. So.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Me and So and the brother that did this is like, I was the youngest, and there was the middle one and my oldest brother. And the middle one was the one who picked on me the most, like, and he was the one who tied me to a chair and stuck me in the bathroom and stuff like that. So to get back at him, I got my my biggest brother, and we tied him to a chair and had him listen to country music because he hated country music. He cried. It was funny. Still on him, I'm sure. Could ask for a picture. He's got to see if he did himself. Yes, please. That'd be cool. What did you put on him?
probably
mad
like
if I had to be stuck
like a
listening to
ladybug
country
on his
music.
face.
The only thing that I can think about
I
is
was
like
a
some like
crowd
American agency trying to do like in trying to like torture someone else for information from like a different country, and they're just like tied them down somewhere and just playing country music songs.
Yeah, I think they do that in
See,
Gitmo.
there is an easier way of doing that than
Just
playing.
put some
Yeah,
country
well,
There's a
music
better
on.
way of doing that than playing country music. A much easier way, and it's guaranteed to work every time. Substitute the country music for Overwatch.
Oh my god, Overwatch.
Or yeah, or Fortnite or
Overrated
League of
watch.
Legends.
Or League of Legends. Hey,
Often,
Ren here is a big League of Legends person. Like, you don't talk bad about the.
Well, good. They can lock the terrorists in a room with him and make them watch him play League of Legends.
Yeah, just direct all the terrorists to my.
You heard her
Just-
here. You heard it here first, guys. Direct all the terrorists to Ren's Twitch.
like, we just sent all the terrorists over today, and then for the rest of us, for anyone who remembers this game, it'd be like Duck Hunt. Head pops up, gun goes off.
I remember that game. You got in trouble for
Silly.
shooting a dog.
Can't you track the
seen
IP? Can't you track the IP of your
Well, he's like
Twitch
seriously
users?
trying to help out the CIA here by catching terrorists. Like, all right, these are the people watching my stream. It's only terrorists, so go for it.
My viewership is like 50%. Like, okay.
Hey,
there we go.
CIA
I did a
guys,
shout out for
CIA
Ren. There you
guys.
go. There's his Twitch. Make sure to follow him, all you terrorists.
Hey, people who work at the CIA, I don't know how to break this to you, but right now, you have a terrorist working for you.
Oh shit. Oh.
And they're not Russian.
No,
Wolf,
they're
Wolf,
why
you
not?
gotta do exclamation point Pokestart.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Poking takes a lot of effort.
yeah, but it's still
I ran
fun.
out of regular Pokeballs. I need it. I swear, people only join my stream to catch Pokemon. Oh, you got a
Why are they
Pokemon
like?
for your first one.
I got
Well,
a Mudkip.
Are they like popping up in the background of your stream or something?
Yeah, in chat they'll pop up. Do 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 do. Shit. Was it this?
Jimmy John's.
Gold
What's your
Coast.
favorite restaurant? What's your favorite restaurant you guys been to? Rog, you start first.
Ooh. Ooh. See, that really
Give me a
depends.
sec.
That really depends on like what type of food I'm in the mood for.
Okay. I'll pick an unusual one. Sushi.
There's this place around the corner from me. Well, not around the corner. It's a little ways away, but it's close enough to where I can do takeout. And it's called Hokkaido. It's a Japanese steakhouse. Oh my god, it's so amazing. And they have a huge. Hey, and you guys can send me food, in my chat, like right below. All you have to do is send food, and sushi is on there. Just so you know.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just
can
saying,
do it
like,
the back way and just,
okay,
like, imagine
Rog,
getting at one of your house.
Rog, I'm gonna pick ribs. What's the best ribs you've had?
I don't like ribs.
Oh, steak. Are you a meat eater?
Oh yeah, I eat a lot of steak. I don't like ribs.
Steakhouse.
Honestly, yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. I think it was like the Outback Steakhouse or Texas Steakhouse or
I've never
Honestly,
been to Texas Steakhouse.
one of
going
those.
back to the ribs, the best ones I've ever had were at a place called Slow Bones.
Oh, so.
Yeah, they're easier to
That's what I'm
catch.
talking about.
I have to say I've never
Oh shit.
had theirs.
They're really good. They fall right off the bone. They're wonderful.
They
Aries.
they also have
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Death.
they Slow Bones also has like this Alfredo, but it's like a barbecue Alfredo, so it has like a meat in it and everything and barbecue. And oh my god, when
They also have a deep fried mac and cheese, which is also wonderful.
Problem with
I think
restaurants in Ireland is just that the food just tastes like food. There's never anything really special about them.
It's because they boil everything in Ireland.
Yeah, like the only time when food stood out to me was when I was in a hotel in Greece.
Yeah, because they don't boil shit there.
Yeah, it actually tastes like
Death
food. It has
have you tried
flavor.
Kretzky's?
what?
Have you tried Kretzky's?
I'll be
Wayne
back in a little
Gretzky.
while if you guys are still streaming. Peace
All
out.
right. They,
Okay.
ya.
See you,
See
Ren.
ya.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
isn't Wayne Gretzky like a race car driver or some shit?
Well, there's a restaurant called Kretzky's, and I don't, Beth, you might not have even heard of them because I
Yeah.
think they were like they're on like the other side of town than where you live, so it's kind of a drive for you. But they just opened up a second location in the town that I'm in, and I finally got to try it, and that's also a really good barbecue place. But they're more for like brisket and pulled pork,
Of course, we're
that kind of
talking about
stuff than it is
food.
steak and other stuff.
Fucking hungry now. You guys.
But they have a loaded fries, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love loaded.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really eat out much. Like I don't go to restaurants and shit.
I go
I
more
was
than I
like,
should.
damn. Those fries were more loaded than the questions that were aimed at me at court.
Wow, were they bad? Did you do hard time with clocks? Did clocks tattoo you?
Dude,
Yeah. She gave me tramp stamp.
Yeah, I was gonna say she probably like gave him like a smiley face tramp stamp or something. Like,
Come guzzler.
yeah, that's probably what it says under it.
The first time I heard the term tramp stamp, I assumed it
tattooed
was
his
just some
butt.
tramp. The first time I heard the term tramp stamp, I didn't know it was a tattoo. I thought it was just some random tramp stamp just stamping on a person.
Same.
Okay.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, so
No, I mean as in standing on them. Put their foot down, stamping on them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
so
With stilettos.
with the tramp stamp, like I heard that like the new tramp stamp, because obviously when we grew up, the tramp stamp was that spot like right above the ass that would peek out from between your jeans and your shirt, right? And peekaboo with your shirt, whatever. It's a country song. I actually like country, even though I make fun of it.
Depends on who done it.
Sure.
I hate country.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, doesn't the guy who had that song that was controversial, isn't that country?
Yep, that's a country song.
That was actually good.
Oh yeah, I love Jim
Oh,
Finaldian.
I'm
He's
sorry for
great.
your taste in music.
I usually like metal. It's just that he actually has a nice voice.
Yes. But so apparently the new tramp stamp is like the under boob tattoo. And now,
The
Never
which,
seen
shank
that.
flink.
huh?
I just googled it. Apparently, there's something called the shank flink.
What?
Is that like
I
where
don't
you
know. I'm
is
just
that where you
reading.
cut like a chunk of somebody's ass out or something? Like what?
Yeah, that's the new tramp stamp apparently. So it's no longer, which sucks because I actually
Sternum
wanted to get a tattoo right there, and now I'm just like, well, what the fuck?
See,
What's
here
wrong with?
Get it.
I thought the modern day tramp stamp was just having an OnlyFans account.
I don't
That's
understand
that's the
why.
seal of approval for a tramp stamp. Like,
I don't understand why you're throwing like go get the tramp stamp. So what? Who cares?
oh
You're a
yeah,
tramp.
I still will. I never realized like that was like by
Who cares if you're a
Oh,
tramp, right? We still love you.
true.
I always thought
I
it was
mean,
just above the ass crack. Like, when the hell did that
Yeah,
change?
true. It'll go out of style anywho. Yeah, everything fucking does. Well, and
I mean,
I have this kind of like a guideline whenever I want to get a tattoo or a piercing. I have to want it for a year straight before I get it. So like this tattoo, I thought about for a year. And I knew I was going to get one for my brother. I just didn't know what I was going to do. And so I finally, and it's still not done how I want to, like, because there's like little demons, because he battled anxiety, depression, and MS. And I didn't want little cute cartoony demons, because that makes it feel like what he battled was insignificant or a joke.
Moroni demons.
So I actually wanted like the big realistic shadow foreboding demons type thing with the cross coming out of it.
Most demons are depicted as half rotted and grotesque and disgusting and like
Well, yeah,
fat.
I didn't want those. Like
Give
I
the succubus.
Yeah, give him a succubus. Yeah, there you go. Get a succubus under your tit.
My brother, he probably would love the fact that I had to put a succubus next to the cross dedicated to him.
Well, I know I would.
You would want a
That'd be your
succubus no
cross to
matter
bear.
what. You're like, fuck my soul. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's long gone. I haven't had a soul for a long time. It's long gone. So yeah, I don't.
Oh, you
Yeah.
became ginger? I'm sorry to hear that.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
don't got
can
the
see
red
that.
hair.
See, Clocks, I'm right there with you. Though I have to say it wasn't that bad right here. In some spots it was a little sore, got a little sore and stuff. So that's why it took me so long, because the one tattoo that I've wanted since I was 14 is going to be right on my ribs and go back to my shoulder blade. And it's going to be detailed, it's going to be a long ass process, but it's one I've wanted, like I said, since I was 14. But I knew I shouldn't do it as my first one in case I couldn't handle getting tattooed. So this was my starter.
Just take a bunch of drugs so you fall asleep as soon as I start, and then they can, just.
Oh, I almost fell asleep with this, but then there was like over on closer to these sides. Ooh. Ooh. that,
Ooh.
they got me going
It
like
depends on the tattooist. Some of them can do it and it will not give you any pain whatsoever.
Yep.
Some of them are like, I've seen people who would normally go to a tattooist and they'd be crying within the first 5 seconds, and they've been out of some of them and they didn't even notice it was happening. Like, if you can get a really good one, you will not feel it.
It really,
Which
I think it also depends on like position of the
You
body.
got
Like they
some
say,
thick
like the
ass thighs. True. Yes,
closer
I'm
Well,
thick.
to, like closer
Though
to bone,
I was
it
not always
hurts
thick. I
more.
need to send you a picture of how I used to be.
considering
Spots
the
like
one,
under your
I am
considering
arm.
the
also very skinny, so if I ever did want a tattoo, it would not end well because it would just
I'm
hit the
underweight,
bone.
and the tattoo I want to get will be extremely fucking stupid to do, but I really want them because they're one of my favorite types.
What's that?
You ever seen the
Blonde?
Yakuza ever seen the Yakuza tattoos where they got the full fucking, where it basically looks like they're
Oh,
wearing a shirt?
yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted one of them as a with dragons on them for years.
I thought he was gonna say like a blonde or something. Like he wanted a blonde tattoo because he really liked them.
Apparently I don't have it on my phone anymore. This is gonna give me a
Yeah,
second.
I've just had this weird obsession with Yakuza tattoos for pretty much my entire life.
But you might want to be careful. You might get shot if the wrong people see you or something. Like I don't know.
That's only in like a
Eh,
specific country, isn't it? Though, like I don't think in the
that's
U.S. it would really be like
Uh,
you're in
the
Ireland. I don't know.
Yakuza's like in a lot of countries. I mean, yeah, they're like based in Japan or whatever, but they're like a mafia.
their
Like
spread.
they're kind of in a lot of countries.
They're
Okay.
like the cartel. They're everywhere.
Gangs are neat.
Gangs are neat.
Hey, the mob is not a gang. They're organized crime. Gangsters are just fucktards that run around trying to pretend like they're organized.
That
There's a difference.
that's true. I take back what I said. Mobs are
And the
neat.
Yakuza are technically businessmen, at least the higher ups are.
Yeah, just like the Italian mafia, Russian mafia, German mafia. They're all like businessmen. Then you got these thugs that think they're cool and like, yeah, I'm hard. I can, I can't fight, but I can shoot the shit out of somebody with a gun, and like, then they do it in front of like a camera, and then they get caught. But the
Yeah.
mafia, they don't do that shit. They're
And the sad thing
professional.
is, the Yakuza
That's because
have
the
more
mafia are
integrity
actually
than social
smart.
media companies.
The Yakuza are running the social media companies. What?
I'm saying that they have more integrity than social media companies. They won't go
Oh,
after someone unless they deserve it, whereas social media will just fuck you over because of the fucking fun
They're
of it.
glad
oh
they
yeah,
sent you that picture.
that's another thing that common street gangs do much differently than the organized crimes. Organized people don't go around randomly shooting people for the fuck of it, calling it like what do they call, like a introduction or what the fuck ever. Like,
Induction.
yeah, I don't know, like where they make
Hazing.
rookies, no, where they
What
make
about
rookies
American
kill
school?
people.
Yeah, it's basically hazing.
No, they call it something else. It's like induction or I don't know. It's like, yeah, you got to prove that you're gonna kill people or whatever. So they just pick like a random person and shoot them, and that's their like.
This sounds like high school in America.
No,
Also
it's
sounds
just
like half of
common
England.
street gangs. Like, yeah, those pick like a random person. I mean, yeah, it's common street gangs from anywhere really, but like the big shots like Mafia and all those guys, they don't do that type of shit. Like they kill people if they need to, but like they don't just go around killing people all willy-nilly.
I'm glad that I live in a smaller town because we don't get that as often around here.
You live in a smaller town? What the hell are you talking about?
I said
I-
smaller.
I thought he
No, just
lived in
because it's
Detroit.
smaller than Detroit doesn't mean it's
I
smaller.
I just
Oh
said
yeah,
it,
you just
it's a
said it's smaller
smaller
than
town,
Detroit.
so
So
that
by
stuff doesn't
definition, it
happen
is
as often.
smaller.
Yeah, technically I was underweight in that picture. So. Okay, I'm sorry, what? I was talking to Clocks because Clocks gets my attention.
Beth, you were underweight. Like you actually look pretty healthy. Like the attractive kind of healthy. Like
No,
not.
right now, technically, I'm obese right now.
Yeah, they say that, but that's usually the better looking women. Like like they're
I want to snuggle.
they're a little overweight. They're a little thicker, so they're like, oh my god, you're fat, you're obese, you're fucking gonna die or whatever. But those are the healthy women. Those ones always survive the winter. The skinny ones never do. They always die. I have a lot of bodies buried in the backyard.
We call them fertilizer.
Yeah,
See,
they work like it.
when I was dating that guy who was like, I was 18 and he was very abusive relationship, I was 95 pounds.
Did he eat all the food up from you or something?
No, it's just I was always stressed. I was,
Mm,
I guess I was never diagnosed with it, but I was anorexic. I barely ever ate because of how stressed I was.
mm. Well, at least you grew up and realized, hey, that guy's a piece of shit. Fuck him.
Ghost face.
Some women don't ever get out of that stage and they just stay attached to abusive dudes. And they're like, well, he beats me because he loves me. Like, oh,
That
I can't speak up. I'm not allowed to speak at dinner because he'll beat me if I do. But that's okay because that's just the way relationships work. And it's like, oh my God, are you
see with
really
me,
this dumb?
my thinking was I held on to the good times too much. I focused on all the good times thinking, "Oh, he'll just go back to that. Like I can't leave him because we
Yeah.
had all these good times." And while those good times were like 3 to 6 months out of like the 2 years we were dating. So, yeah. And that and finally left him for my oldest daughter's dad because again, I was young, I was stupid. I jumped from relationship to relationship. Um like I was in
Oh,
that
everybody
relationship.
does that when they're young.
I was in that
I
relationship,
didn't.
that abusive relationship
Okay, everybody but Aries.
for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and then I dated my oldest daughter's. I'll call her Blondie. I dated Blondie's father for 2 to 3 years, but in the beginning, I almost went back to the abusive relationship because he started to love bomb me, and Blondie's dad is more all about him. It's not that he didn't
Mm,
care. He just, well, it's not that he treated me bad. He just didn't care. He out of sight, out of mind type dealio.
hmm
So I almost went back because of the love bombing, but then I found out I was pregnant and it changed my whole view. Because and in all honesty, that's how I think when you start having kids, your view has to change. Instead of it being about you, it's now about said child.
It's like your post-nut clarity.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, guess technically it still is.
Post-nut clarity. Yep. That's about what it is.
Those fucking eyes, Aries.
I need to figure out how to do custom shit on this.
Yeah.
Downside is all the instructions are in fucking Chinese. The fact I even got it working this much is a miracle.
Guess what? Is it Mandarin?
I don't know. I haven't had any oranges in a while.
Oh yeah, mandarin.
Look at this standard course to learn Chinese.
Oh, you're now certified in Chinese?
I have the first 2 books. This is actually the course to become fluent in Mandarin. And I also purchased a class called From Chinese Zero to Hero. So I can
So just wait about 4 months and she'll be able to read the instructions for you.
And
Oh, good.
And this class,
I mean, I could do it in about 20 minutes, but effort.
like this class is for people who actually want to go to China and live there.
Plus,
Why would anyone want to do that?
Plus, if you do you really think that if I learn how to speak one of the communism languages, I won't be going down the street looking for fucking political prisoners?
You'd go looking for trouble. You'd make trouble wherever you fucking went in that.
I want to know who wants to go to China.
I would love to go to China, not stay.
Why?
But see, here's the thing I've been trying to tell people. The more that a country advertises how great it is, the more they're trying to fucking hide.
Oh yeah, I know that China is not what it's all cracked up to be. Obviously,
considering their
I
entire citizenship is living with a gun
why
to the
don't you
head.
go
Yes.
someplace nice?
Like,
don't go to China.
I just want to. I'm gonna visit China. I want to visit Japan. I want to visit South Korea. Like,
yeah, Japan's cool.
Like it's the different cultures I would like to see.
Believe me, you're not missing
Spanish
much with
class
it.
in high school, and I was 1 trimester away from being able to go to Spain.
Come to Canada for sure. No fires here. Oh, you guys even have a
fire. No, I heard that the fires actually jumped. Like I said one other time that the fires jumped from Australia to Canada because those 2 countries are like directly beside each other.
Actually, now Hawaii's on fire too.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, now Hawaii. So I guess Hawaii's also next to Canada because apparently that fire jumped from Canada to Hawaii. So yeah, that's
So now there's half an island on fire.
I mean, it's hardly surprising Hawaii's on fire. Their party's always just fucking lit.
No, it's cool. They're surrounded by water. The people are escaping the fire to jump into the ocean. They're fine.
Like, what part of Hawaii?
I don't know, like Oahu or
Maui?
Maui or yeah.
Hawaii on fire.
Yeah, Maui.
It's really bad.
Maui wildfires death toll climbs to 53.
Yeah, I heard
it's
that.
at 53 now? It was at 36 at noon today.
Okay, hold on.
It increased dramatically last night.
10 hours ago. Yeah, it was at least 36 10 hours ago.
Yeah, they said like they're fleeing into the ocean and shit to try to survive. So
yeah, people are jumping into the water. They're trying to get to the other side of the island, and people are being aired. They're just like getting into baskets and stuff that are on helicopters to be flown off the island.
Oh no, our entire region is on fire. Let's jump into the ocean. I won't. Too bad we don't have anything we have nearby where we could deal with the fire as we jump into the ocean.
Or have some way to go out into the ocean without having to swim. Yeah.
Somebody is just like running across the beach with their hands cupped, trying to throw handfuls of water on the fire.
They have pumps, like water pumps. They could like throw one end of the hose into the ocean and then the other end of the hose, hold on to it while the pump squirts water through it. I mean, they got a pretty unlimited supply there.
Considering how often everywhere's catching on fire lately, you'd think the governments would have done a bit more to put towards fire prevention.
In America, that's going to have to happen like 60 or 70 more times before they think like, oh, hi. Shit's been catching on fire a lot lately. Like, how many of the states are on fire now? 64 of them? Okay, well, yeah, we should probably do something about that. But Well, Biden needs his diaper changed, and
Let's see. If
I
it
gotta
happened
go
another
do
60 times
that.
in
And
if it happened
Hold on,
another
didn't
60
he get
times in
lost?
America,
Didn't Biden
oh,
get
oh, they
lost
can't
again?
find Biden now.
I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. Well,
Currently,
see, if it happened in
1,148 fires in Canada. Holy shit, guys.
see, if it happened in America another 60 times, then the most that Biden would do is to guarantee the ban on arm braces, because apparently that's causing the fire somehow. He'd find a way to wing it that way.
yeah. Yeah, somebody be like, 64 states are on fire right now. Wait, there's only 50. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like, they don't even know what the fuck's going on in the rest of the world, let alone their own country.
We don't even know what's going on in our own White House. Someone left cocaine sitting on a desk, and we don't know whose it was.
The White House doesn't know what's going on in the fucking White House.
No, it's probably Biden's babysitters.
Oh yeah, because they have no idea what's actually on in the White House. They're not trying to hide
Nope.
anything from us.
Nope.
Nah.
Just a bag of cocaine sitting out. No idea where it came from. It's fine.
Yeah, it definitely
Oh,
was
that's the
not
thing,
Hunter
though, like-
Biden who was known to fucking do drugs and shit.
Yeah,
The thing
definitely.
it's not that they're not trying to, it's just that currently they're so fucking incompetent that when they're trying to, they're making it more public.
It's so fucking idiotic. They just need to drain the swamp. But it's not gonna happen because they own the country and China owns them.
How's draining the swamp going to help
We
put
need
out
another
fires?
Revolutionary War.
Like, it's so fucking bad there now. Even I could do a better job at running the country.
I want to know how draining the
your own
swamp is going
personal
to stop
cheat
the
code.
fires.
What fires?
Well, the ones that's going to be lighting the country on fire. Like, how's draining a swamp going to put out fires? To me, that's just going to
No,
make the swamp flammable.
No,
That is gonna piss off Shrek.
If we start fires, it'll probably just to get rid of the people in the swamp.
The states are already on fire. What are you talking about?
Just Hawaii, not states.
We've already rebuilt the White House once.
California's on fire.
California? There's wildfires in California too?
I assume
yeah, but that's
there
California,
is. I don't.
though.
I actually haven't read that
We don't care
anywhere.
about California.
I just assume that
Yeah.
California's on
Isn't
fire because
California
it's
another
always on
country?
fire.
Like, even the people in California don't
wish
care
it
about
was.
California.
I thought they wanted to leave the United States.
Yeah, they did.
They did, and then that didn't happen.
Like, the people in California are like the English. They just assume
There's
that they
nothing
don't.
about
Their country
California
doesn't
fires
exist.
right now, Rog.
That's because
Oh.
they've been on fire for so long that it's
Yeah,
no
people
longer-
stopped reporting on it. Yeah,
It's like,
I mean,
yeah,
California's
Oh,
just always
hold
on
on.
fire.
There's a lot. Oh my god, Rog. You hear it here first. 3 die as helicopters fighting California wildfire collide.
Damn, that shit is wild.
I was not flying one of those helicopters. I know it
Sure
sounds like
you-
I probably was, but I wasn't. I know that's where that's going to go. And no, Death, like literally, California's on fire so often that yeah, Wolf was I think might have been trying to make a
that
joke
was
there,
on
but
Sunday.
he's actually right. California's been on fire for so long that nobody reports on it anymore.
Well, yeah, this was a wildfire in California this past Sunday, and 2 firefighters and a pilot of a helicopter fighting the wildfire in SoCal were killed when they collided with another helicopter.
I guess smoke was
that
too
is
thick.
like a really like serious topic and whatnot, but I feel like that's kind of like when you're in the parking lot and you hit the one lamppost right in the middle. There's not much else to hit in the
Yeah, it would be pretty hard.
It could have been really smoky and like
but still,
like a
the
smoke grenade.
odds, even if you were trying, you would still potentially like. There's a pretty large chance that you would miss, even if you were trying to have a midair collision. So the fact that they did it without trying, at least I hope they weren't trying. Really.
And you think they would have to like.
I thought they had like radar and shit too, but maybe
like
not.
do tests and stuff for that kind of shit to not be able to see the other helicopter. Like say, hey, I'm over to your right. You stay over there, or some shit like that. Do you always keep?
Well, maybe one of them
other?
was reading their altimeter wrong or something and thought he was at the wrong altitude or something.
Maybe
one of them was Australian and read it upside down.
Yeah, or maybe like he thought he was like reading the altimeter, but he was actually like looking at the compass or something. So he got confused and just started, reading whatever numbers were on the compass. And yeah, it got a little confusing. Thought they were clear. I don't know.
Okay, so have any of you guys seen the new Barbie movie yet?
No.
Why would I watch
No.
that?
Well, you're blind. You won't watch shit. So you'll
Have you seen the
listened?
new Barbie movie?
I'm a man.
No.
I'm
No,
like,
I have not seen the new Barbie movie. Though the reason
I-
I bring it up is my freaking 8-year-old just asked me, "Can we
Like, if I
watch
wanted
the
to go and
Barbie
watch,
movie?"
if I wanted to go and watch Plastic Me for 2 hours, I go to a fucking porn site, not pay 60 quid to go to a theater or Twitch.
I was
yeah.
reading online that there are couples who are like going to watch the Barbie movie for dating advice.
Oh my god. What?
That's dumb.
What?
Yeah,
But well,
apparently the Barbie movie exposes toxic relationships, and people are
It,
taking that
it,
seriously, and they are taking scenarios from the Barbie movie and comparing them to their real life relationships, and like women are sitting down with their boyfriends saying, "Hey, we need to go see this movie so that we can talk about our relationship."
yeah, I think
I did not
it's
say also
more of
read
like a
Cosmopolitan.
toxic masculinity that
Yeah, mainly that, but
it
yeah.
tackles.
yeah. Well, people also went to Jerry Springer for dating ship or relationship advice and shit too. So
That's
So
you
true.
know,
what you're telling me is that a company that has sexualized a doll for fuck knows how many years, to the point where they are probably the introduction to porn for children, is against toxic masculinity,
Yes.
when they are worse than Disney when it comes to fucking sexualizing everything.
I thought the Barbie
Yes.
movie was a Disney movie. I just assumed. Maybe not.
I don't think it is.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to see like someone who wears like 100% black to go see the Barbie movie.
Which actually brings up a joke that I found fucking hilarious. That every
Why?
remake of a Disney film, they've recasted like The Little Mermaid. I forget what the other one was. They recast them to black characters.
I know where
If
this
they're
is
gonna
going.
recast Tarzan, they recast Tarzan to be a black guy growing up in a forest raised by gorillas. I want to see how that fucking goes down.
Oh my god,
I want to see it happen. I want to see
Oh
Disney
my
do it.
god. Oh my
Because they have
Damn.
done it with
god.
every film so far.
They're not gonna touch that one.
Dude,
That'll be
you
too.
would hope not, but there's a lot of stupid people out there. They would be all for equality and shit, not even thinking of
Yeah.
the
You know what
racist
we haven't
connotation that they
had for
set with it.
black representation? We don't have enough jungle people in movies as black representation. Like it's going to be some wild shit like that, and it's going to be extremely offensive.
That's so fucked.
We need it to
Like
happen with
Disney will do that
like
I
eventually.
mean,
either
if they have a
Tarzan
spot
or
open
the
up, I would be
Jungle
more than happy to be a producer on that fucking film.
Yeah, Aries is going to make sure that that one fails at the box office and creates as much like chaos as possible.
Honestly,
He would get in there and he would watch Disney burn.
What I would do to Disney would be much worse than what happened to Bud Light.
I don't know what happened to Bud Light, but yeah, I don't
Oh,
keep
but
up
Let's
with
just
that.
say,
people are
they are
striking and not buying
they
it.
have been America's #1 beer for I don't know how many years. As of I think 17 weeks ago, they no longer are.
Yep.
But why? What happened?
Even
Bud
over here,
Light,
we can't sell the shit.
Bud Light endorsed a transgender female.
But
Bud Light endorsed a
I haven't
transgender
watched the
female.
video, and I have no idea who the fuck it is.
this
But apparently,
this
they picked the most toxic person who represents the transgender people to
yes,
represent them, and it
she's
backfired amazingly.
she basically she she decided to be female a year ago, and Bud Light endorsed her on her 1 year anniversary of being a transgender or classified as a female. The thing
Okay.
that's wrong with her, or wrong in the situation, not with her, is the fact she is very stereotypical when it comes to what a woman is.
I haven't seen anything about her, and before you say anything, I just want to say this. I have seen one image of her. I have not seen anything about her beyond this, and she looks like a fucking psychopath.
Oh, she does. But like
Well, that captures women pretty well,
touche.
in
Ad
my
break in 25
experience.
seconds, guys.
So yeah, they picked the perfect person.
It sounds to me like yeah, they did pretty good
Well,
that
like
way.
what,
I
what
don't know
like
why they're
what
complaining.
Ren was just saying. He woke up with a knife next next to your throat. And how many times I went on a date with a guy who's just like, yeah, my ex, she chased me around the kitchen with a fucking knife. Like how many times, like kitchen, the nickname kitchen knife, so and so was their ex. Like that was their nickname for their ex was kitchen
You
knife
know what?
such and such.
You know what? I'll bet Garrison and your ex had the same ex because they live so close together. It's probably the same chick. She's probably just like the
I wonder if it
fucking
was that Dundee chick that he was talking about.
wild, crazy bitch with a fucking knife trying to stab every guy she's ever dated for some fucking
How do you
reason.
think
Like,
I feel? There's pocket knives littered around like my room. Like you could walk in and within 2 steps have a knife.
Yeah,
dude,
don't piss
Wasn't
your girlfriend
me.
off.
dude,
I've got 3 in my fucking jacket and a sword belt at the bottom of
his
where I left it.
What
his
do I
fucking
have? I have a
dude,
pencil.
his fucking girlfriend is like a fucking battle axe thrower. Okay, I think knives would be
Battle.
like too pussy for her. She'd be like, nah, I'm getting the fucking
Well,
axe.
Clocks, what's being
I
banned
was
in some
like, God
countries?
damn.
Like that's
Barbie or
also
Bud
another
Light
issue.
Probably
or
Hey,
whatever?
psychopathic women.
Like,
No,
that's another
no,
issue with
they're
men as well. They're
everywhere.
fucking terrified of everything. Someone does that to me, comes off me with a knife. I'll probably just be shouting at them. That's for sandwiches, not people.
The Barbie movie. Um, from what I hear, the Barbie movie just
Yeah, it's banned in the Middle East, probably.
it puts down a lot of male attributes. It's very
It's basically being
feminist.
anti-men.
Like I refuse to watch it in theaters. I will probably watch it just to see what everyone's talking about, but I will not watch it in theaters.
I won't.
Actually, counterpoint is not feminist. It's fake feminist.
Yes. That I fuck. I just had that conversation with my family yesterday. But yeah, this person who was endorsed by Bud Light, she likes to say that being a woman is always having a hair tie on your wrist for a friend. Like all these simple stupid things or wearing a dress or doing your hair and it's just like no. Being a woman is waking up to cramps because you started your period a week early.
Yeah, it's giving birth.
Like,
Does that
fuck
mean
the
that I'm
hairpins
a
and all
woman
that.
because I keep a
There are
hair tie
two
in my
women.
backpack?
There are 2 women that I work with that I'm good friends with, and they are more than happy to give me a fucking right hook.
yeah.
Wait,
And
Wolf,
they're the
what
2
was
that I'm
that?
best friends with.
Wait, hold on. Wolf, what was that? Did you give birth? Is that what you were
She with the S
on
on
I
about?
the
was asking because that's the saying according to this whatever the he she them that they were talking about like you have to have a hairnet whatever. So does that make me a woman because I keep a hairnet in my backpack?
Well, and that's
Well,
stupid
no.
because men have to
You
wear
didn't give
hairnets
birth.
too.
Yeah, and food.
So
Or not a hairnet but
technically,
a hair tie?
Oh yeah.
if you don't shave, anything that constitutes underwear is also technically a hairnet.
No, that's true.
Of
Wolf
course.
wears hairnets on his face.
Yeah, so many people think long hair is womanly,
I love you,
and that
bitch.
is
Oh my god.
Hall here.
I
Hi,
ain't
Hall.
gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
I mean, yeah, I like chicks with long
There
hair,
are
but
plenty
like,
of men out there that have beautiful hair. Like
yeah, like me.
I'll look at them and be like, your hair is nicer than mine. Like I'm so fucking
But
jealous.
it's one of those features where it depends on the person. Like, I will admit I have a soft spot for people with very long hair, but it depends on the person.
Yep.
Like, some
Shadow,
people can
what are
wear it
you
well,
doing?
other people
You keep pushing me away
no.
from my desk. You keep pushing me away from my desk. You gotta stop it. I'm busy. Sorry, I got Shadow Cat in my lap, and he keeps pushing up against, like pushing against the desk.
Lock your wheels.
I can't randomly
can't.
attach me earlier.
You can't randomly what earlier?
That's how my kitten is. His
I was
cat
attacked.
randomly attacked him. He got
I
Oh,
kind of got ran. I
Yes,
got randomly
Death
jumped
is
by a cat
playing with her
earlier as well.
pussy, and now someone's petting my pussy.
I need
oh,
to
well,
treat
that's
your pussy.
cute.
How many points do I have?
How many points do I? But okay, so what was another thing? Okay, the whole thing about the fake feminism thing. Like the original feminists that started the suffrage um and stood up for like equality and women's.
You talking about the suffragettes from the 1800s?
The 1800s? The suffrage wasn't the 1800s.
There were suffragettes in the 1800s.
Fuck, am I fucking forgetting what?
And then there was another
Oh,
like
shit.
wave of feminism in the 70s or 60s.
Well, no,
60s, 70s.
Let's see.
And now there's another wave currently, but this one's like getting way the fuck out of hand.
This is just putting down men at this point. This isn't even about being equal.
Yeah,
This is being
yeah, they're
above
like
men.
that's
Like,
exactly
it's
what
just
it's
want.
amounted
Fuck men,
to.
be woman.
It has gotten to the point where the people in these
1920
feminist groups
frogs.
just basically want to kill off all men, and they're fully convinced that the population can be sustained because of sperm banks.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe, but or I mean, I haven't heard that, but
Like it's
sure,
got to the point where they don't understand how sperm banks are made, and they think that the population can be sustained just off of that.
but yeah, no, like it is what Death said. It's like, well, it's not that we want the same rights as men. We want all the rights, and we want men to not have any, because I don't
They
know
basically
why.
just want to swap the roles where they have all the rights and men have none.
But they do have rights. That's the problem.
Out? No.
Like, I mean,
Aries Hall says
what's the
nice
problem?
mask.
Like, I want to
Yeah.
know what the fuck the problem. Why do women think they don't have like any rights or can't do anything or what the fuck ever? Like, why is this? Like, I want to know exactly what it is women
I'm not gonna
aren't
stay
allowed
here
to do
all
or
day,
have or
Shadow.
whatever that
Out,
men are
we're
allowed to
in.
do or
Out,
have.
we're in.
Like it boils down to the same problem. Same with the
Okay.
fucking Just Stop Oil and every other fucking group of people that are just basically being a bunch of idiots. How many of them are unemployed?
But that doesn't answer my question. I want to know what rights women don't have that men do.
Hey, Ray.
Like that's
Thanks
my
for
question.
the raid. Hi, Spanx. Because I'm forever scared to walk alone, but they bring it too far. I don't know what that. Hey, Void. Hi, Perplex. Thanks, penis.
They're afraid to walk away. What?
Clocks is apparently afraid.
I have no idea what Clocks meant by that.
Neither
I'm totally
do I.
lost.
Clocks, you need to bring that
No.
in, or kind of.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was about, but like, yeah, no, I'm just like, I want to like actually see like evidence or proof of like these women don't have any rights and men have all the right. I want what, the right to get drafted into the military? Is that what they want? I mean, I'm sure the government will do that whenever the next draft comes up.
Actually,
Like,
I think women can now be drafted.
They can.
oh,
I
good,
believe they
good.
can
Well,
if
I'm
they're-
glad. Good for equal rights. Good.
The
good.
only one who can't be drafted is if you're transgender, because that gets a little goofy.
Yeah,
Because
But
they're
see,
not sure where to put you yet.
Well, and
when
they're
the whole thing with Russia and Ukraine officially started, not when it actually started, fuck knows how many years ago, but when social media decided it actually happened, women could be drafted to that, and the amount of self-proclaimed feminists that suddenly decided, oh no, I want to stay in the kitchen, I don't want to be drafted.
Yep.
Well, Russia's always had women
Hey.
in their armies.
No, I mean in America. Like,
Oh, okay.
There was just immediately, I'm not a feminist anymore, I'm staying in the kitchen.
Well, no, that's not. If you want the same rights as men, you get the rights to, be drafted into the military like all the men do. I mean, you can't just, you can't do that. You look like a fucking idiot and a coward on top of
exactly.
that. You can't fucking do that.
But they don't care about that. They just want to pretend that they're part of a popular group. That's all it is popularity.
But
That's
I just
anything
want to
is now.
know, like, but like, okay, I ask, and I'll ask one more time, but I think everybody here heard me. What rights do men have that women do not? And I'm not talking about like backward countries like Syria and shit where women like have to wear fucking like rags on their faces and shit and aren't allowed to show ankle or what the fuck ever. I'm not talking about I'm talking about like in the regular first world countries like most of the European countries I think are pretty first world. North America is pretty first world, like Canada, US. I don't know much about Mexico, but I'm assuming that the women don't have to wear things on their faces down there, so I'm assuming that women get treated somewhat better down there. But No, like, no, I want to know, like, what rights do women not have that men do?
No.
And like,
Well, see, and
yeah,
that
like,
right there, like, let me bring up something that because I just had this discussion with my dad and my brother yesterday, talking about U.S. soccer, the women's league versus the men's league. The women actually sued the soccer association because they said they didn't have as good of a deal as the men's soccer league did. When they were offered the same
but
deal as the men's league, but the men's league is based off of wins. They get better bonuses and better rewards the more they win. While
Yeah,
women
it's
actually,
revenue. They get paid based off of the revenue that they bring in.
well, yeah, I think that's like every sports thing
well,
does. Like
but
baseball does that, football
but
does
see,
that.
the women's league didn't want that. They wanted a set. They wanted something set. They wanted something more reliable. So they went with a steady income with lower bonuses. Technically, with everything that
Okay,
they got um in their contracts, they actually made out better than the men's league.
See,
okay.
if they
Well,
But
if they want a steady income with a reliable contract, get out of sports and get a real fucking job.
well, I mean,
that's another
um,
argument.
I
That's
was
a
gonna
different
say I'm
argument.
not gonna argue sports being a job or not. Like, but I am
It's
gonna
a
say
fucking
this.
hobby that
Like,
they're being paid
Okay,
to do.
so
I,
Clocks is
I,
bringing up a separate point. Is feeling safe while out and about a right? That's just because of fucking stupid people. Stupid. Because in dating, like this is something Clocks will probably agree with me on. Men are afraid of being rejected. Women are afraid to be killed.
or other stuff.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's not.
but
It's just
I
it
mean,
doesn't just.
guys have to
It's
deal
like
with that shit too.
yeah, like I even have an example. I've got two examples of that, and you all know why I keep a knife in my jacket. I have to because I'm English.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in
English in
a
Ireland in Ireland.
yeah, and yeah, so but like no,
Like it's not a matter of gender. It's just a matter of somebody thinks you're different.
I mean,
Well,
women are at a much higher risk of like sexual assault, things like that. Yes,
hey
of
Crow.
course. But like, I mean, men are just as likely to be killed
Well,
as
see,
a woman. Like
I don't agree with that. Cause can you go to do you have a problem going to well Rog will because he's blind, but do you guys have a problem going to the store? Well, and Aries since he's in a specific situation. But going to the store in the middle of the night or even when it's or even just by yourself. Cause with me,
Yes, in some like for me, yes, in some cases, like if it's like late at night, I actually tend to get a little wary and I tend to look around a little bit more. Or if it's in the middle of the day, I just get in, get what I
yeah,
need, and
it's
get out.
yeah, I
see
can see
see
that.
if I'm with my kids, like if I'm anywhere, I have to keep an eye on every single person that's around me. I have to keep an eye on every single kid that I have, which is obviously I'm a parent. I'm going to do that
Yeah,
anyway, but I have to make sure no one is looking at my kids in a weird way or keeping check on them too much because
That's not a safety thing. That's
they
just
can
being a
get
good parent.
snatched. That in this day and age they can be
yeah,
snatched. I can be snatched. There are in so obviously
And it's
I'm
not just this day and age, it's every day and age. It's going to happen in the past, it's going to happen in the future, it's always going to be a thing.
but as a female being snatched is just it's part of a it's a daily fear. Like there are women snatched out of grocery store parking lots.
yeah. I mean, like whenever it comes to like if you're talking like about like sex trafficking or
Nope.
like human trafficking or whatever, yeah, women are more likely to be targeted for that as well. Um, but I mean, guys can be just as likely to be killed or stabbed, or they're unlikely to be raped by somebody on the street like that. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but
Yeah, they
it's
would be
very
kidnapped and then
not.
raped later somewhere else.
It does happen, it's
Yeah.
just kept quiet because men are
Well,
basically humiliated if it happens to them.
Yes.
well, yeah. I mean, there's that too, but I mean, I don't think it happens as much. Like I'm saying, I don't think that happens as much as it does for like women. Like
On the street, no, but in the homes, it does
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I
Domestic
mean, I'm like I
violence
said, I'm
and
not saying that it's not like that. It just doesn't happen. It does.
I mean,
Like, I
well,
mean,
look at
everybody's
Johnny
at
Depp. Like,
risk.
he was abused by Amber Heard for God knows how long.
She looks like a fucking lunatic. I don't know what he
I
saw in her.
know, right?
I like crazy bitches, and I didn't even like her. I was like,
Okay, so this is what I have come to find out. Because it's a fucking circle. Dating is a fucking circle. So women tend to like the bad boys, the freaking stupid bullshit, you know?
No, they think they like him until they actually find out what that means.
yeah, until they
Well,
get mixed up with them and realize, oh shit, this isn't what I
they'll
wanted
still
at all.
but they'll still stay with him. And then men, they love the crazy chicks. I have every single guy that I have come across is has so many crazy exes, and I'm just like, well, what the hell am I gonna get myself into by dating you?
I
Like,
probably have a
I've
different
had
perspective because I don't
A
have any
very
exes, so I
boring
probably have a
relationship.
different. I don't have any exes, so I've probably got a different perspective. But for me, it's not the crazy people. It's I like people who have confidence that comes across as crazy. They're not crazy. They're just fucking confident.
Mm. I
Like
mean,
if
a
something happens,
confident.
like
I like a
they,
confident woman, but
if something happens, they can look after themselves.
Well, see, and like, I have no problem being confident, but like, I've had an ex or a guy that I was seeing, their ex threatened to put a bullet in my head because of how crazy they were. Like,
those are the fun ones.
exactly. That's what,
You
and
don't put
every.
your dick in crazy.
Yes, you do. That's how you can like tell that you're alive. That's how you feel. Like,
It's
It's called a
adrenaline.
Jesus Christ. It's like touching the
called a
frayed part of the electric cord, man. That's how you feel something.
It's called a litmus test. You don't know the results until you dip it in.
Well, maybe I don't know, but yeah, I love crazy chicks, right? But no, but it's like seriously, like no, I get what Clocks is saying. Like, yeah, women are more likely to be like abducted and shit, right?
Depends on the country.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. But to be fair, Canada does have a surprisingly high human trafficking, like thing. Like,
And
I don't know.
I
What's
think
that fucking one place? Nova Scotia, I think, or whatever, has like a crazy high number of human trafficking.
like with America, it's got Hollywood, Twitch, OnlyFans, all that shit over sexualizing women to the point where yes, it's going to be women that's targeted. Whereas with like places with the third world countries, where it's going to be manual labor, it's the men that's getting abducted, more likely to be abducted.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want slaves to like build something, I guess, yeah, you'd want like a bunch of men, not women. I'm not saying women can't build shit. I'm just saying that men are
Like and
heavier framed. They're built for more like
like
harder jobs.
the more rampant shit like OnlyFans has been getting, it is getting worse. Specific, like not just specifically, like especially in America, because like social media is basically turning women into sacks of meat.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just
but that's like always been a thing, and I think that's not. I mean,
it's always been a thing, but it is getting so much fucking worse.
I feel like if a guy just like looks like every woman he sees, he's just like, yeah, that's a good hunk of meat right there, you know. I think that's more on the dude than it is like media over sexualizing women. Like, I mean, that's just the way certain people think. Now, you could make the argument, well, you know, these people grew up watching like, I don't know, Twitch thoughts and fucking Pornhub or you know what the fuck ever, and they could have been conditioned for that, but or you know conditioned to think like that. But I think also it's like an environmental thing. But I kind of feel like maybe those people kind of already had a couple of screws loose to begin with. Like, you know, they
It's
weren't
just
exactly what you would consider an upstanding citizen, I guess, without all of that, you know, like over sexualization of women, growing up with it, and kind of being conditioned to not really see them as human beings, but to see them more as like, I don't know, objects, toys, what the fuck
like
ever, which is really fucked up. But those people need some kind of mental help, or I say this about people sometimes. Some people just deserve to be removed from society, and I don't mean put them in a prison. Whenever you got like a wild, like I don't know, coyote or some shit with rabies
Their
going
free
through an
subscription to life
ecosystem.
has ended.
Exactly. Like, you don't like try to rehabilitate a rabid coyote or like a rabid wolf or something that's wrecking an ecosystem. Either you totally remove it by, putting it down, or you just let it continue. You can't rehabilitate something that sick, like that fucked
Hey,
up in the head. You
James.
you can't fix it. Like you can put it through therapy, give it shock therapy. I don't know how send them to a fucking counselor or whatever. But and I'm not saying that like those things don't work. That shit works for, well, not the shock therapy, but like regular shit like counseling or therapy or whatever. That shit works for a lot of people for a lot of situations. But there's some people that are just past the point of saving. Like you can't do anything about them. You just have to remove them before
That's the
they
thing, though.
cause major damage.
Like that's the thing, though, which I have to disagree with because there are people who can be helped, just the facilities are not there.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, like therapy, medication, whatever. A lot of that shit is helpful for a lot of people, and a lot of people can be helped with that. What I'm saying is like people that there's certain people that are just past the point of like pedophiles. Those guys, I mean, and some of them admit like, hey, I got a problem. I'm attracted to these
Sure,
kids or what the
Flex. What's
fuck
the
ever,
question?
and it's like
Is he making it worse?
Disney making it worse. I don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Disney's making it worse, but no, like those people. Like that's just the way their brain is wired, I guess. In some cases, I don't, that's the argument they make. I don't know. I've always been attracted to older women myself. Even whenever I was a teenager, I was always into like chicks that were in their mid 30s to early 40s. That was always my thing. But I mean, so I can't really relate to the whole like their mentality or whatever, and I don't understand it. And I'm not going to pretend like I understand it, but I can say that those types of people shouldn't be allowed in general public, like around potentially kids or whatever. Just like people that just have that urge, like where they just have to murder somebody, they got to scratch that itch, or they get off on rape and that's the only thing that gets them off. These are the people that really can't be helped. Like like they're too far gone, at least
Like,
in my opinion.
like there are, like, granted, there are some people that are like that, but it is a hell of a lot less people than the people that are actually acting on it. A lot of those people are acting on it because they're being, like you said, conditioned to think it's fucking normal.
Yeah, it like I said, I think in a certain setting, yeah, that is the case. A lot of it is environmental. I mean, the therapists are, what sociology, what the fuck ever those people are that study human behavior. They've had that like argument for a long time for a lot of things. Is it like were you born this way, or was it was it they call like nature or nurture? And it's like, are you born this way? Like, was you born with just destined to be a terrible person, or was it environmental? Were you in like a fucked up house growing up, with a fucked up family where really fucked up shit happened? That's, I mean, I'm not smart enough to really, go too deep into that shit because I've never studied that type of shit and not thoroughly enough to make a decisive answer on it. But um,
The
yeah, I
stupid
mean, some
teacher
of it
story.
is. What's that?
Fox is saying reminds me of that stupid teacher story. What stupid teacher story?
That's the thing, though. Like, as much as people hate this and will refuse to admit it, free will does not exist. Nobody is born with the option of choice. Nobody grows up with the option of choice. Or the only choice they have when presented with like what path they go down is whether they go down one or the other. That is the only choice they have. Aside from that, everything else that they do can and is predetermined. Like where they are born is determined by their parents. Where they die can be
Yeah.
determined by a person
I
driving
think
down the road.
I agree and disagree. Like, it's predetermined by to an extent, but you can also make choices to get out of those situations. They might be very tough and difficult choices to make, but like
Yeah,
there
but
were times where I had to pack all my shit in my little Grand Am to get my life to get out of certain situations.
Which is also predetermined by whether or not you're the type of person who has the willpower to make that decision.
Well, you have to do
well,
that
you can also be like those types of decisions aren't just like hardwired into your DNA. Not always. Sometimes it's just like how far can you be pushed before you're like enough is enough, and like your past
true.
experiences have been able to give you the strength to maybe stand up and be like, all right, I'm done. Like I don't want to deal with this shit no more. I'm out. And pack your shit and your what'd you say, Grand Dam, and leave.
Yep.
Like a basic example is if free will exists, how do we have manipulators?
They just know
it's the
how.
same thing with like.
But see
It's the same thing with RNG. It's just like
that's a different
if you know
type
how
of
it
argument,
works,
though.
you can control it.
Yeah, but that's not saying because you still have free will at that point, just because you decided to follow that person instead of like you're basing things off of what they said. And it's just I guess that's a difference of opinion and how you take that. Because I can see your side where you're saying that's not an
Oh
act of free
yeah.
will.
Like you have the
Because
choice between either looking for things
I'm perplexed.
from your own perspective, or you have the choice to go your own way, and it's just
Well, yeah. I
it's
mean,
predetermined by has your life up to that point given you the willpower to be able to walk away, to look another way, or has your
Oh,
life up to that point caused you to be the kind of person who would just mindlessly follow the person controlling you?
I mean, I feel like there's certain aspects of life that are free will, but there are certain aspects like where you're born into. If you're born with any kind of disabilities or problems, if you are in an accident and lose a fucking arm or a leg or something, yeah, like certain aspects you can't really influence or make choices on, but there's other aspects that you can choose to, influence or at least attempt to, and maybe make a difference. Like you got a shitty job, you want more money or you need more money, so you have a choice: stay at the shitty job, or you can go try to find a better one. Now, that's where sometimes you can't control it because you might not be able to find a better job. You might just have to stay at that shitty fucking job because nobody else is hiring. But you can at least attempt to influence certain aspects. At least to me, I don't know. That's how I see it.
I I honestly agree with Rock because on that situation because like let's see, I dated a master manipulator for 3 years, and what woke me up is being held up against a wall by my throat, and I packed everything. I put as much as I could in my little. Well, at that time that was I had. No, I had a grand. That was I packed everything I could in my green little Grand Am, and I've had to move. I had everything I could own in that Grand Am. Like I left shit behind. Like I used to have a bike, have no clue where that is. Softball glove, no idea. There's
He
multiple
sold it.
things. I had a dog. I had a little Boston Terrier that I had to leave with him.
Probably sold that too.
Oh, I guess his wife gave it away or something because he kept trying to reach out to me, and she was very controlling because well, he's a cheater too. So, but yeah, he so I made those choices to not be in that situation anymore, and so I packed anything and everything I could into my Grand Am, like, and then I did the same thing with Blondie, my oldest daughter, when I left her dad because he just wasn't stepping up. He didn't care if I was there. I was his mom. That's what he was looking for. He was looking for a mom, and I refused to be that for him. And so I packed up and moved everything I could. And this is after fully furnishing a townhouse with him. And then but I didn't go after any of that shit. I just packed up what I needed into my little Grand Am I think the biggest item I put in there was my daughter's crib.
I thought you were gonna say your daughter. I was gonna say, well, you pack light.
Like,
goddamn.
like I've had
I
to
mean,
sleep in my
you
car.
joke, but I
Like,
have had. You joke, but I have had a person at work leave their baby behind.
The what?
Yeah,
Wait, what? They did what now?
they left a
they
baby.
left their baby behind. Like, you
Oh,
know the
no.
conveyor belt where people unpack their shopping onto?
Oh shit.
Oh my
Yeah, they
God.
had their kid in one of those baby carrier things that you can hold.
Yep.
She put it up on top of the conveyor belt, put her shopping in front of it, pay for it, walked outside of the fucking shop. I had to chase her halfway down the fucking road to get her kid back.
Aries is just sitting there at the fucking register. The kid's sitting on the fucking conveyor belt, kind of looking at him like, so, you gonna feed me now? Like, how's this gonna work?
See, and I have to say that I'm gonna jinx myself by saying this. I've never forgotten any of my kids. Like, I've forgotten my cell phone multiple fucking areas. I've forgotten my keys. I've locked my keys in my car. I have not forgotten my kid.
I don't think I've ever been forgotten by my parents whenever I was little.
Pretty sure I have been a few times.
I don't
Oh, I
think
have
I
been.
was.
But I was that kid that would hide in clothes, like the clothing racks when, like,
Yeah,
especially.
but the fact that like like they weren't looking for you, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back home now. Like they just forgot they had a kid for a little while. Like that's
It was a nice little break, right?
oh yeah, until
But
they fucking remembered. I mean, if
over
I ever
time,
got
they would
left,
get pissed off and walked away.
if
They
I
have
ever
like this.
forgot or was forgotten by my parents, like at a store or something, it must have not have had a very big of impact on me because I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever been left anywhere. As far as I can know. As far as I know, I've never been left anywhere.
I haven't
No,
been left anywhere, but there has been more than a few times where they could walk away and forget that I was supposed to be with them.
I've never even had that.
yeah, I don't think I have either. I mean, like I said, if it happened, it didn't have a very large of impact on me. So
Well, yeah, we tried to scare everyone when we were hiding in those clothing racks. I didn't even care if it was my mom. I had to scare somebody. Could have been an old lady who was about to have a heart attack. Don't care.
I remember one of the neighbors
I
I
was
grew up with. He said he
I
used to
Like
do
like the
that. They used to
process.
jump out and be like, "Buy me," and like scare the shit out of old people.
okay. So there was a time where me and my brothers were forgotten. Um, so I went to a parochial school in grade school, right? And we would get picked up by a public school bus. But if the public school had a half a day, their bus would only take us back to the high school. It wouldn't take us all the way home because obviously all their buses ran earlier in the day. So we had to get picked up. And generally my house or my parents' house was a mile and a half from that high school, but it was currently being renovated, so we were actually staying at my grandparents' house 10 miles away or more. I don't even know. And so my oldest brother, he runs because he's a cross country runner, so he's like, fuck it, I'll just run there and call them because this was back when all you had was landlines. You didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
So we're all just standing there. We stood there. It started snowing. Like we stood there for so long. The people, and this is like a suburb. There are houses all around. Finally, a woman across the street in a nice house, comes out with blankets and hot cocoa and a phone. And yeah, our parents just forgot.
Like,
They
oh shit.
That actually reminded me of something I was forgotten about once. And it was recent. It was my freshman year of high school. I couldn't drive yet, and I was invited to go to like the prom with somebody, and I got back and I called my mom to come pick me up, and she just didn't answer the phone because turns out she fell asleep. So I just had to stand there for like 20 minutes, just keep calling and texting her until she woke up.
Imagine not having a cell phone.
Well, I guess maybe
Yeah,
she didn't
I
forget
would have
so
just
much.
started walking
They
at
just
that
fell
point.
asleep.
Yeah, I had the same thing when I was when I was like 15, 16 at work. Finished work at about 20 past 10. I was stuck outside the store until about 1:30, 2:30 in the morning because she was down at my nan's house and decided she couldn't be bothered to pick me up.
Okay, that's shitty.
Yep.
Wolf's parents or whatever just fell asleep, and they like, I don't know, were hitting the wine a little too hard that night or something. Maybe passed out, and
That
they
could
didn't
Well,
necessarily
my
forget
mom
about
fell
him. They
asleep and
they
my
just
dad
played off,
was
said
in a
"fuck
different
you."
state, so I don't think he was gonna come get me.
I don't know. He could have drove from fucking Florida.
I feel like it would have been faster to walk.
Yeah, it
For
would have
me,
been.
it would have
He would
been.
he would have
Would
just
take me.
been.
For me, it would have taken an hour and a half to walk back. Which I have made that trip at least 200-300 times. My legs should have been fucking burned out years ago.
Yeah, that's. I played what?
On a side note, I randomly thought of another topic while we were chatting.
Oh yeah.
The new cartoons and how they're like hypnotizing the children and how they're really messed up compared to the older ones. But maybe I'm just biased because I
Coraline.
grew up on the older ones. Well, that's a special case. I was thinking more of like the cartoons that are on like like the live TV nowadays, but I don't watch live TV, so
Neither do my kids. My kids watch
I mean, the
YouTube.
cartoons that are forcing the pronoun shit.
yeah, like all that, just like the weird animations and the weird stories and
Wait,
all
that's
that
a
stuff.
thing
And
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, there's
Oh.
and then there's the whole
Evie
support the
manipulating?
gays.
Never would have seen that one coming.
And then there was the whole Coco Melon thing where like Coco Melon was literally hypnotizing children.
Oh
What
my
the
god.
fuck is Coco Melon? It just popped out of nowhere, and I still have no idea what the fuck it is.
It's
Yeah,
so
it just
annoying.
showed up. They use like the certain
They do
tones and
nursery
coloration.
rhymes and.
Yeah, and they ended up and little kids they see all the colors and the noises and stuff, and they get transfixed on it. Where like you can say their name and talk to them, and they'll never
Cocomelon's
look
on
at you.
Netflix.
So it's a cult.
Fox.
Yeah. Yes.
Um.
But yeah, it actually started
Mm.
on YouTube, I believe.
Also, fun fact, I've had a DVD that was made by a cultist. Can't
That's not
remember how the fuck
surprising.
we ended up with it, but we've had one.
Yeah. But yeah, Coco Melon,
And
so kids were transfixed on it, and they would only want to watch Coco Melon, and they didn't want to do anything else.
I have weird kids. My youngest, she was big into the Cocomelon, but then all of a sudden on YouTube, she realized there's this .exe, which I don't know if you guys know anything about the .exe.
it's an executable file.
Basically, they take a character and make it into a horror character.
Oh, the creepypasta like Sonic.exe.
Okay, I was gonna
Yes,
say the
and
creepypasta.
Yeah, I used to like those.
so,
Those are
oh
fun.
my kids, my youngest loves them. Her biggest one right now is Thomas the Train.exe, like Spider Thomas the Train.
I haven't
And
seen that one.
and
Lost.
he'll
I've only
eat
seen a few of
people.
them, and Sonic was the best.
Sonic's another one,
Choo
but
Choo
there's
Charles.
she tried Cocomelon.exe and that one terrified her. She would scream and cry and it's just like, okay, not that one. Got it. You told me to put it on. But yeah.
Yeah, those
So
.exes are some of them are really done well.
yes, and that Cocomelon one was so creepy because it's a little baby that turns horror like it's similar to the Baby in Yellow, the Baby Aries game that we
Oh, gotcha.
talk about. That's not
I
on my.
still can't remember that one. Is that the one where you're supposed to do house chores while the demon babies progressively get more and more pissed off as the days progress?
Yeah, you got to take
Yes.
you're taking care of the baby.
Yep,
Oh,
you have to take care of the
I
baby,
don't
getting
remember if I
it,
saw the.
letting it sleep
I
and
don't.
whatnot.
I don't remember if I saw the demo or pre-release or I
Here,
think I know the
I'll send
game
you
and
the
it was
link because
kind
it's
of.
on my
Eh.
wish list. Holy shit, I have 16 games on my wish list.
And it's just like as you're doing the chores, the baby will randomly teleport around the place and you just get pissed off at you for no reason.
Yep.
which is kind of just regular Parenthood.
Yep, it's literally called The Baby in Yellow.
But like at
If you
that point, you
couldn't
might as well just
guess,
play
the baby's wearing yellow.
Like at that point, you might as well just play Lucius. At least that one you can set people on fire.
Oh yeah, we had brought up Caroline.
Coraline.
Or Coraline, whatever it is. I've had a
Is
very
that the
long day.
button eye one?
For Coraline, yes. Do we actually know like the whole story
Yeah.
about the Coraline book? About how it came to be?
Oh, how can I share this with you right now?
No, I don't even know what the fuck Coraline is.
So, Coraline, for Rog who does not know, Coraline is a book that was then adapted into a movie on a story about how there was a daughter, they moved into a new house. She ended up not liking the place or like her parents, and she felt like her parents were distant. So she ended up finding a special key, ended up going into another world through a trap door, and everything was all perfect. Her parents were loving everybody. The whole situation was absolutely perfect. And then it took a turn to where they wanted to sew buttons into her eyes, and everything turned more horror-ish, and she ended up having to like fight for her life to end up getting back to the real world and lock away
the other
secondary
mom
world.
is what
Yes.
she was referred to, and they actually try to get her to become one of them by sewing buttons. Like there's a part where they actually like show her the buttons, like just here, and it's so fucking
saying that she
creepy.
can have
all I'm
whatever
hearing
color
right
she
now is the
wants.
story is based around the concept of a monkey's paw.
Yes. But the whole but that whole story almost didn't exist, because what happened was the writer, I don't remember his name, but the writer had wrote the book and he showed it to his publisher, and the publisher said, "You can't post this as a child's story. This is horrifying."
You see, Disney did that.
So
that's how they made their entire fucking empire.
Yeah. So basically, what they did is that they made the agreement of, because the writer had a daughter, like a younger daughter, and they said, "Okay, we'll read the story to the younger daughter, and if she says it's okay, then we'll publish it." So they end up reading the story to her. She says, "Okay," it goes into publish. At the announcement of the publishment, the publisher is sitting next to the daughter, and she ends up telling the publisher, "Oh yeah, the book terrified me. I just didn't want to say anything." So the whole reason that there is Coraline at all is because the daughter didn't want to say anything about being scared.
You want to know another one that's kind of creepy and is more adult themed? And actually, I think it's rated PG-13, but it's a kids movie. 9, it's called.
Oh, I haven't seen that
Is
one.
that the
that
living
robot
mini puppet
movie?
things?
Yeah, that's with the robots and the puppets and
the
whatnot.
little puppets.
There's
This inventor
there's so many of these
splits
films that people say are creepy, and it's just
splits his
they're
soul
boring.
into 9 different. Wait, it's boring. You love that movie, Clocks? Like I wouldn't consider it creepy, but it is for my kids. The the ideas and stuff, like the fact that, hey, there's a dead body. There's this guy who split his soul into 9 little puppets to take on the
Def, have you seen the
robots.
Harry Potter films?
Okay, touche. But
Did you like them? Do you remember the
I feel like that
Horcruxes?
movie was a very odd
Horcruxes.
concept. Granted,
I should have known you
haven't
were gonna
watched
bring
it,
up Harry
but
Potter. Now I want to do a Harry Potter marathon.
That film is That film is basically a rip on the Horcruxes.
It it's a dark. Well, no, it's not darker. Hell, I right now my oldest, she's on the 4th book of Harry Potter, but she's seen the movies, so we've discussed like the Horcruxes, and
Games are better than the movies.
so we've had to actually have those discussions on like what kind of character Dumbledore is or what kind of character Snape is. And it's just because she loves the different lores and she loves the different thinking or thought processes
I
on
have a
stuff.
YouTube channel she would love. 4 of them actually.
Cool, send them to me. I'll give them to her. But because like it's argued that Snape hated Harry Potter, but then he actually was trying to save Harry Potter the whole time and actually fought Dumbledore on putting Harry Potter into making him into this like savior type situation.
They never actually read the books, did they?
Who?
The people coming up with these theories.
I don't know.
Snape didn't hate Harry for who he
No.
was. He hated him because he was in love with his mother.
Well, yeah. That's I know.
He hated the kid because he didn't have the kid.
He hated
Because he was in love with the kid's mother.
he
And
hated
the person who married Harry's mother was basically a bully towards Snape.
Yep, he hated Harry's dad and was in love
Oh.
with Harry's mom.
Well, they should have canceled each other out, and he should have like not really minded him one way or the other.
Well, but he felt like he wanted to for Lily, he tried to keep Harry safe. Like, and that there's so many different like theories on if Snape is an actual good character or bad character, and if Dumbledore pushed all of this responsibility on an 11-year-old.
Dumbledore didn't push anything on him. Except for towards the end where he put basically the whole quest on him, but the rest of it was basically on him. Not to mention, Snape was a good guy because he was a double agent.
Oh yeah, I know. But still, even there at the end, when technically when he killed Dumbledore, that's what made people question Snape again.
He did it because he was being watched by people who were loyal to Voldemort. And if he hadn't have done it, he would have been killed on the spot.
Well, yeah, especially since he did the blood oath. Or whatever oath that was.
Like, most of these theories are just coming from people who didn't actually read the fucking stories, or they read them and they just didn't like how they go.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you didn't like it, write your own story.
Thanks, Wolf. Oh, I completely agree. Him and his little mask. I love those little eyes.
I think they do write their own stories. It's called fanfic.
Yeah, and then they can find out that actually writing a story like that is not as easy as they seem to think it is.
I can do world building, but I can't
My
really
neighbor
do
finally stopped
story
jamming.
shit.
Mine always just reverts back to the zombie apocalypse.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows that's how humanity is going to end one day. The zombies will come and eat us all.
Oh no, they're going to burning each other out. Either nuclear fire or something similar.
Oh yeah, like certain countries like nuke their own cities after the zombies invade, but you know, that's just to kill the zombies, but it's not going to kill the zombies. It'll just, you know, you'll just have
No, we
fallout
won't live
and
long enough.
zombies to deal with.
We won't live long enough to get to zombies.
I don't know,
Which
man.
sucks.
Aliens are passing through the galaxy or passing through the fucking star system every day. One of them might, you know,
Add in
decide, hey,
8 seconds.
you want to watch something cool?
They go num num.
Well, I mean, we have the means to make zombies right now.
And
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
yeah, but aliens would be cooler.
Exo Primary is a fucking nice game. You just need to give it. It's just one of those games where you have to give it a nice chance.
Yeah, I've played games like that.
Oh, the next game I'm doing is Black Desert. I've been wanting to start it for quite some time, but I needed to finish BioShock.
It's not a bad game. It's just another one of those. If you played an MMO, you've played them all.
I haven't really played an MMO though. Not to the point of actually knowing the whole storyline. And Black Desert has 8 different storylines, I think.
I don't know. It's an MMO. The story's all the same. There's a big bad guy taking over world. You hero, insignificant person, go kill big bad guy. Oh, you can't kill big bad guy? Go level up and then go kill bad guy. And then you get post game where there's a bigger bad guy.
That's the story of Dungeons and Dragons.
And I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, with all the expansions and every other MMO.
Again, I haven't played any of those. I am saving it for Black Desert.
Or you could just play Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I'm not gonna play Dungeons.
Or you could just
Is
play
there?
RuneScape.
Dungeons and Dragons is fun. I wish that I would play Dungeons and Dragons. with
Okay,
that.
I wouldn't mind playing Dungeons and Dragons if we actually had a good, like, dungeon master.
I was actually excited the first time we got a DM, and then they fucked us over. Second time I was excited, then they fucked us over. Third and fourth time I was kind of burned down. I was just expecting that to fuck us over. Like
They did.
Aries, you should be a DM.
Like D&D
oh,
for us
no!
is.
If just imagine the fucking dungeon he would fucking set up.
That's
no.
the thing, though. Like, if I could, I don't mind being a DM. I just don't have the concentration to stick to being a DM. I would need a second person with me to keep the story
Well,
at a
there we go,
consistent
guys.
pace.
We need a co-DM for Aries.
I used to DM.
Perfect,
you slide in
Rog.
those DMs, Rog.
Rog, you can be the
Never
co-DM.
again.
Never
Like,
again.
it's just
You don't
D&D
understand,
for-
dude. I put like weeks into designing my own campaign, and the dude that was like the driver for the DM group or the dungeon group or whatever, the D&D group, he came over like after I finally finished this campaign that I actually put a lot of time and effort into writing, right down to like the science behind how shit worked and everything. Like if anybody had like any questions, like, well, that doesn't make any sense. How does that work? You know, and like I had all the shit right there. Like I literally wrote like a half of a fucking book on this shit. And then he came over, he played like the first session and kind of complained, and then like everybody else liked it, but he was whining about it, but he was like a notorious whiner. And then the second time that he came over, we, you know, like the other two were like, you know, really getting into it. They were like, oh man, you know, like this is actually pretty good. You know, they were really getting into it. But because his character couldn't do like certain things that he thought he should be able to do, he was like, well, I don't think we're going to do this anymore. I don't really like this campaign. And he just never brought him back over. So I was like, well, then fuck you. You're like, I spent a lot of time and effort. The other two were enjoying it. This guy was just whiny because
Pirate says
he
Rog makes
couldn't
the
do
world
shit.
and story, and Aries DMs the game.
I am
Look,
better world development than I am story.
D&D at this point for Suspect is like Defense Against the Dark Arts for Hogwarts. Just
you can't
every
get a good
time it's
professor.
about every time it's going good, something fucking happens and it just kills the entire thing. Like I would be more than happy to be a DM for it. I don't have the mental capacity to keep a coherent pacing to the fucking story. I need some like I have the ideas for the story. I can easily make up the maps.
Hi,
The
Org.
creatures I can do because I have had an obsession with mythology for every culture since I was a child, so creature creation isn't an issue. It's just I need somebody to fucking pace me for it and to help with the story because I said anytime I do a story, it ends up with zombies.
Yeah,
Side note, see, Death, I'm not the only person with someone in like watching my stream that just says penis randomly.
Apparently.
was that org?
Yeah, or Org said penis, just like
Yeah,
Wolf
I
said
figured.
penis. James, why didn't you hop in here? Or are you about to go see?
He's
these?
nervous.
Okay, I can understand.
He's eating his dinner.
Sidetrack for D&D, it carries over to my the stuff I want to do for game design.
You
There
are
are
not
so many.
here. See?
There are so many fucking creatures that can be put into games, and yet everyone's obsessed with the same fucking things: vampires, werewolves, and then the weird obsession with Wendigos for some fucking reason. Everyone decided to watch the first episode of Supernatural and just got stuck with that.
But
To the point, where that fucking whatever the hell it was called, the bloody Choices Matter narrative made by that dickhead that was making 4 games in a row. It ended up being shit.
They put you in a rubber room? What room? Or?
it's a meme that they keep doing.
Crazy.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, like
Deb,
somebody.
have you not heard that yet?
No.
Yeah, it's like this huge meme. Everybody's been doing it on the server, like Pirate
Yeah.
or even Ren or Garrison or whatever you want to call him was doing it.
Org changed it, but it's basically everything what
Full of
Org
cheese.
typed, except instead of cheese, it's rats.
Well, there should be rats anyway because there's cheese, so the cheese brings the rats. So that makes sense.
Not true. Peanut butter does it better.
Well, yeah.
So do
That
crackers. The cheese is smellier.
okay, so memeing people in rubber, saying you're in a rubber room. Okay, I should expect that in our server. Good to know.
Cheese.
If you
Cheese
Yeah.
guys
actually
want,
isn't that high
if
of a.
you guys want to be stuck in a rubber room with cheese or rats, join our Discord in our chat.
Or an easier way to get stuck in a rubber room is to shove your head in a condom.
Oh my god. That reminds me of like, cause growing up, like after like learning about sex and stuff and condoms and stuff, and hearing people complain like, or men complain, oh that, no, I need this size because those are so small. And then, but now as we're older, you see these guys or people testing out these condoms, and they're just like, no, they stretch like this, and they put like a regular size one all the way down to their elbow. It's just like, holy fucking shit.
What kind of men are you sleeping with? Like that they need condoms up? What the fuck?
Well, at that time, I was sleeping with really itty bitty men.
Oh, I thought you meant like
So been
you were
visiting
sleeping with that guy that had to like
grocery
use really
stores.
big condoms or whatever, and he was
No,
like showing you like
he
how.
said he did, and so
Oh,
he said he needed the big condoms. And then now
oh, okay.
now you have people who actually talk about
Basically
this
using them
shit
like
to you
sleeping bags.
and
That
show you.
actually reminded me of an odd story. There was like a war or something where I think it was like against the Vietnamese or something where as a tactic to mess with their heads, uh the America actually took like XL condoms, relabeled them as like smalls or something, and just dropped them into the war zone.
I've heard about that before.
Whenever the enemy found them, like they would open them up, they should be like this giant size, and they're labeled as smalls. Just
I've heard about that
just
before.
to
I think
fuck
that
with
is a
them.
real thing. I think that was a real thing. 'Cause I've heard that one before, and I don't know where. And that is the sort of stupid shit they do.
It was the U.S. demoralizing the USSR with condoms.
We don't
It was
need guns. We'll
against the
just beat you over the head
Soviets
with
to
our
make them
cocks.
feel depressed.
The Vietnamese think they're in pain now. Wait till we bend them over.
Yeah, it was during the Cold War. We dropped them off over in Russia.
Yeah. And now instead of those condoms that are misleading, every single American gun has a compensator on it.
What? Mine doesn't.
Not everyone needs one.
I was gonna say, wait a minute now, god damn it.
Okay,
I guess that's true. Mm,
so have you guys seen like all the new movies that they're gonna be coming out with?
I don't watch movies.
Since Barbie
Way to keep it vague.
so I was, you guys keep interrupting me, so yeah, you're only getting part of it because of that. But okay, so since the Barbie movie is doing so well, Mattel is looking at creating other movies based on their toys.
Mattel has other toys besides Barbie?
Yeah, they have a bunch.
Oh, cool.
Who's Mattel?
It's the creators of Barbie.
I think they're like a sex doll company or something, but
No, like
Well, I mean,
okay,
yeah. Well,
okay,
obviously they made Barbie.
so you guys are men, so you probably might not know this one, American Girl, where they have all the different American Girl, they had books, they had everything.
Is that a song by Journey?
Could you describe that to everybody who doesn't live in America and hasn't got a fucking clue what that is?
Okay, here, let me.
Yeah, Death. American Girl probably only took place in America, and only Americans really watched it. Like
Okay, there.
people from like Ireland don't know what the
It's
fuck
on my
American
stream.
Girl is.
American Girl. They had all these different dolls.
My girlfriend has one.
And they came with their own name. You could buy clothes for them. You got like an adoption. I never
You talking
got an
about
American
Cabbage
Girl.
Patch Kids?
No, these are American Girls.
I had a Cabbage Patch Kid. His name
Yeah.
was David.
And then Barney. They're actually going to be making a Barney movie.
They're making a Barney movie.
Yes, they're bringing Barney back.
Is it like gonna be like the horror Winnie the Pooh movie, like where Barney starts murdering all the children and shit, or like?
Probably not, but I really would hope so.
I
Oh,
want
dude,
a
the
Big
Winnie the
Bird
Pooh
horror
movie,
movie.
shit.
Also,
Big Bird starts just chasing children.
Didn't they stop Barney after the person who was in the suit killed himself?
Oh, he did.
Oh
Is that why they stopped it?
Did he?
Did he kill himself
suicide.
while wearing the
was,
suit?
It was suicide through depression.
That honestly makes sense.
No, but if you want a childhood character or costume character or whatever, that would be perfect for a horror film. Look up Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Anybody who has seen that fucker will agree he is perfect.
Oh wait, actually, I do know about that.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah! Holy shit, that's creepy.
Yes. To this day, there are adults that are legitimately terrified of that fucking thing, and that is a child show.
Here, Which one? So you guys can see him.
Mr. Blobby.
That's Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby?
Yes.
Like,
I had
yeah,
when I was a child, I had that as a toy. And to this day, I still don't know if it was a fucking nightmare or not. Where I had that fucking thing, like I used to have vivid nightmares
I
to the
grew up
point where I
with
could.
Gumby.
I remember Gumby. I didn't watch it much, but
when I was a child, I used to have really vivid nightmares to the point where I felt like I was actually awake. One of them involved Mr. Blobby. It involved him getting up, standing in my doorway of my bedroom, and then just disappearing. To this day, I don't know where I still don't know where the fuck that toy is.
Oh my god. Someone probably got rid of it.
No, that's the thing though. That's the thing though. No one would have gotten rid of it. That toy disappeared the day I had that fucking nightmare, and I don't even know if it was a nightmare, considering that house I grew up in was fucking haunted. And I don't care if people believe in that shit or not, but I knew what I saw in that place, and that thing disappeared the same day I had that nightmare, and no one knowing where it went.
Okay, so there's another topic. Who believes in like ghosts and spirits?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Now
I'm on the fence about it. I grew up being able to see those things, but I'm not entirely convinced what I saw was real because I knew that what children could see was heavily manipulated by what was happening around them and their parents.
That's true. Oh, James does. Rog, what
I
about you?
definitely believe in spirits, ghosts.
Demons. Do you believe in demons?
Not really demons.
I don't. I believe in bad spirits, but I don't think I necessarily believe in demons.
Honestly, I think spirits are just about like people. You got some good ones, some bad ones, and a lot in the middle.
I agree.
See, I can't not believe in them because, from a scientific perspective, people can't just disappear because we're like batteries. We contain energy. That energy just does not disappear. It has to be burned out through some kind of process. But at the same time, I have a hard time believing in specifically spirits because unless energy is inside of some kind of container, it does not keep a shape. So while yes, I believe something can happen afterwards, it's not the shit we're seeing, it's just the way we're perceiving it.
See, let's see. James is saying when I was a kid, I saw my recently dead grandmother. So, and with me when I was a kid, and that's another argument though, that kids are more susceptible to these because we're more open to the idea of that. Like, and that's why we have those situations.
I know I saw a couple of things before whenever I was like real young that I know for sure that what I saw, even though scientifically and like, well, by scientific, I mean like the science of light, the way light just acts in the universe, like it didn't make any sense, but I know what I saw, and people can tell me, "Oh, you're just a kid with an active imagination." It's like, no, actually, I didn't have an active imagination whenever I was a kid, and I know I had like a couple of experiences. Oh, sorry, what'd you say, Aries?
Like, there's a difference between having an active imagination and, like my case, being able to navigate my old home by sight, because a poltergeist that used to live in that house was bright enough for me to be able to clearly see the staircase, the furniture, and everything. And anybody who's played any games with me know my sense of direction is non-existent. As soon as it goes dark, either I have sound or I am fucked.
It's not as
I
bad
could
as
navigate my
Rog, who
entire
just
house.
seems to find water wherever the fuck he is.
Wait, what about me finding?
Rog has a better sense of direction than me. If my sight was taken, if my sight was gone, I was fucked. I have to rely on sound. Like,
oh yeah,
like with Dead
so
by
you and
Daylight.
your okay, so James and his father actually saw his recently
But it's
passed
like
grandmother.
the way I see it is that energy doesn't just it scientifically it cannot be destroyed. It has to go somewhere. But the way we see spirits is how we perceive that energy. But the only proof I have to that is that the same poltergeist, me and my mother both saw the same thing, but in a different way.
Yeah.
For her, it was grey. For me, it was light blue. But I never described his clothing to her. She never described it to me. But when I did, she saw the exact same person.
Well, then I mean, yeah, you were seeing the same shit then.
I have not had a single paranormal experience, so.
Well, do you at least believe in cryptids? I mean, they're paranormal, sorta. Okay, well, like,
I believe in like
did
I can
you ever like?
seeing like ghosts being real. I can understand some cryptids being real. Obviously, not all of them.
Oh hell no, most of them are made up bullshit.
Like I can understand like a select few of them being real in like certain areas.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know an easy way to tell between somebody talking shit and somebody actually genuinely looking for it? The people talking
If
shit
it's
will
on
only.
TV.
No, if
it's
they're
on the
talking
internet.
shit, they'll. No, if they're talking shit, they will only search for it during the night time. And I can attest to this. It does not happen just during the night. It can happen during the daytime.
Yeah, exactly.
The people who genuinely believe in it will look for it during the daytime.
Well, see, like with me,
Purely because it's when they feel safe.
Mm-hmm. With me, when I was a kid, like I had this. I at the time I thought, or now look, when I started looking back, I thought of it as an imaginary friend. Like I would see this someone peeking around a dresser when I was doing something bad, or I would have full-on conversations with this person as I was just playing and stuff like that. And so I just thought it was an imaginary friend that I thought of. I didn't think anything of it. But then I brought it up, like, fuck, I brought this up a few years ago. And then, but my mom goes, no, like, I heard them respond to you. Like, there was someone there. I'm just like, okay, that's a little creepy that you actually heard them respond. But that's when I started believing, was because I went from thinking I just had an active imagination and had this imaginary friend, and then no, I was having full on conversations with this, what I kind of looked at him as a guardian angel, because like he always popped up when I was doing something bad.
Yeah, it's like the ghost I saw. Like we had actually quite a few ghosts. One of them was the one that both me and my mum saw. There was another one that was a dog that I've only seen twice. We had the spare room that we used for a computer. We were fairly sure there was children in there, but it's just that room felt fucking horrible. But it's just apparently, but the same one that we saw, she saw it as grey. I saw it as light blue, which apparently is the color for guardian angels. And the records of people who have seen anything even remotely close to that color is basically non-existent.
But the guardian angel colors?
Yeah, which is basically light blue. And to this day, even though I'm kind of still on the edge about it, I still have this feeling that there's somebody over my right shoulder all the time.
Well, see, and that's the thing too. Like, I still have a feeling every now and then that he's still here with me, but and then I'm just like, well, fucker, just show yourself, god damn it. But then I'm just like,
Well,
okay, maybe it's
just
me.
do something bad and he'll show up.
I had 2 kids out of wedlock. How is that not bad?
Well, he
Hey,
was
Mr.
probably
Ghost.
there. He was probably there in the room with you whenever he was like you were conceiving the children. Then he was probably watching. Like,
Just wait till next Saturday night. It's just like, hey, Mr. Ghosty, I've been a
Wink,
bad girl. It's just been like that scene out of a scary movie.
Hey, Virgin Mary was a virgin, right?
She was only a virgin because no one saw her getting laid.
I was gonna say, yeah, nobody saw her like fucking the sky people, which were the aliens that then gave birth to Jesus, who was half alien, half human. You know, like nobody watched that because they didn't have film back then. You better believe if they would have had the internet and
Lord.
cameras back then, there would have been porn of that shit.
Not to
Like
mention,
somebody
because
would
it's
have been recording.
Not to mention because it's to do with the Catholics, I can guarantee that she had been around the town or the village so many fucking times she could have been classified as the world's first fucking sperm donation bank.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. You know what? You talk about the Catholics and stuff and all that. Yeah, you know what? They have like that vault under the Vatican or whatever. They keep all the secrets. They might actually have
Vatican
the
archive.
they might even have a like a video of Jesus's conception down there. You know, like because somebody was filming it because, well, I don't know. Maybe the Christians had internet back then. I don't know.
Like most people have some kind of bucket list that they want to do, and getting into the archives is probably the only thing I have on mine. Well, one of 2 or 3 things. Like,
Oh, getting into that vault thing under the Vatican.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it's probably just. I mean, I've thought about that, but I'm thinking it's probably just like a bunch of documents that you wouldn't even be able to fucking read because it'd be like written in Sanskrit or something. Like
Comic Sans. It's the origin.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like you wouldn't be able to read none of the shit, and you just like find like random chunks of wood laying around. Like you wouldn't know that that's the wood pieces of wood from the cross they hung Jesus on and shit. So you know, you'd just be kind of like, well, what the fuck is this? And like, I don't know, you probably like throw it on the floor and then walk away because you wouldn't realize that you were holding like Jesus's fucking thing.
That's the thing, though. Is like with languages, if it's something or it's just with anything in general, if it's something I care about, I can learn it in an inhumanely quick time. As shitty as it sounds, but it's like with languages, I can learn to read them fairly fucking quickly as long as I've got something to compare them to.
Well, if you're gonna go digging around in the Vatican archives, I recommend learning Arabian, Sanskrit, Egyptian, maybe some Sumerian, and yeah, because those are probably going to be the most likely languages you run into.
Yeah, I mean, those languages, I could just bring people with me because you can guarantee somebody who speaks those languages wants to get in there as well.
And of course, Old English, but well, you know, English is kind of easy. Old English is difficult, but
Old English is so difficult. Like,
yeah,
Current English is difficult. What do you mean?
like
no, current English makes sense to me because I grew up at this time. Trying to read Old English is so goddamn confusing and complicated.
name time and
Like
place,
fucking,
clocks, time and place.
it's like fucking Yoda wrote the Bible or something. You know, you can't fucking understand what the hell they're talking about.
It's like listening to somebody talk with current day Cockney. Good luck with that.
Ugh, Yeah, or that one place in England where that one dude was from that I'm still not sure if he was insulting me or just telling me about his day. But because I couldn't understand a word he fucking said. I guess it was like a special part of England or whatever the
Did
fuck
he
ever
bite
where
his thumb
they.
at you?
No, he said something about I shit all down his back. At least I think that's what he said. But I don't understand that what he meant. Like I don't know if he was asking me to. Like maybe that was a kink of his or I don't know. Like maybe he was telling me I was shitting down his back, which might be an English saying that I'm not aware of. Whenever somebody's like disrespecting you, maybe you say you're shitting down my back, mate. Like I don't know if that's a thing. Aries, is that a thing?
Contextually speaking, it might be their equivalent of are you taking the piss, but that would be a fucking long stretch.
Okay, or maybe he might have also been talking about how he was shitting down his own back, in which case I'm assuming he was taking a dump while standing on his head. I still
It
don't
could
know
be
what
it.
he was talking about.
Fuck.
I mean, depending on where he was from, it could be his version of sleep on a rope.
So he was getting fucked in the ass while getting shit on his back? Like I
mean,
don't.
Japan's done weird as shit.
Yeah.
I guess like
Well, yeah, just
but
look
you
at
like
that Japanese woman who died via bukkake.
Bukkake Fest. Yeah, she drowned from Bukkake Fest. Yeah, man, Bukkake Fest is a wild time in Japan. Like that's like a event that they hold like each year.
Is
Which
this
is
And
really a thing? I just thought it was something that you said.
oh fuck, I don't know. I just made that up on the spot, but it sounded
Oh,
convincing, didn't it?
it does,
yeah,
especially since you
the
brought
funny
it up
thing is,
multiple times.
even if you said it as a joke, that has happened to people.
Well, yeah, but
Oh shit!
like,
Of course I type in bukkake fest and Pornhub pops up.
well, of course, Pornhub's gonna pop up. That's a pretty standard porn. Like,
Bukkake
I
Fest, the
thought you were
world's
gonna,
first reality porn show.
I thought you were gonna find some kind of alternative for Oktoberfest then.
well, yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said it. Like, it was like Japan's version of
But
Oktoberfest,
no,
except for with cum.
there have been people where they're deep throated, and then when
Yeah.
they ejaculate in the throat, they haven't been able to cough it up and end up suffocating.
I like how I went from like Barbie and Gumby and
And women's rights
Blobby
to
to
Bukkake
Bukkake
Fest and drowning in
Fest.
cum. Yeah, like, this is the
That's
one
our
podcast where that could happen.
podcast.
We start
Welcome
talking
to
about
the
women's
spit
rights
roast,
all
guys.
seriously.
At least we haven't gotten a sex harpies again.
The sex harpies.
Yeah, that's
All we
coming
have to
next
do is
week.
bring in the
We gotta get Potato Frog on for that.
Wankmaster 3000 in here, and we're good.
And Cox, I am, biologically speaking, I am sharing my drink, because when I drink it, it goes through my digestive
Boobs!
system, which then shares it with my penis when I piss it out.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Everybody stop for a second. We were just talking about a woman drowning in cum with a Bukkake Fest, and Aries replies to Clocks about sharing drinks. Clocks, are you in
Sharing
Japan right
fluids.
now?
She sharing fluids. Gets to share
Like,
the fluids.
are you planning a trip to Japan? Like are you going
No.
to? Are you going to October Bukkake Fest? Like, but I mean, I don't. That
October
seems.
Bukkake Fest.
Like, the amount of people who complain about learning languages like Japanese is difficult, but like, Japanese is one of the best ones to learn first because it's just Japanesey.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
Well,
Okay,
I
we'll
gotta
call
say
it this. We'll call
I
it.
need to take the crown back from. I need to take the crown back from Pirate.
I don't think you
Hold
got
on,
the pirate.
there's a what crown? I want a fucking crown. What crown is this?
You have to make a terrible joke.
Yeah.
I do that a lot by it.
We'll call it Booksimberfest. There we go. We'll call it Booksimberfest. There we go.
Because Pirate made a joke about 9/11, and apparently that involved him taking the crown, but
Yeah, he did, and I was like, oh God. Oh, Clocks is going to Booksimberfest. It's a
like,
Japanese.
James
It happens in
says
December.
my joke was amazing.
See, I've got
As long
so
as you're
many
being
jokes
so
about that are so much fucking worse than that, and it's just one of those things where you try to think of one and you can't. Like, for example, like when those were being constructed, they were Irish constructors, and when they were building one of the doorways, they put too much filling in it, so he said to the other contractor to go and grab a plane to take a little off the top.
Oh, wait.
Aww.
Oh, is that what happened?
Guys, look at what Clock sent me.
It says
If
my
you can
joke
see it,
was
she
amazing.
gave me a crown. Haha.
That was pirate. That's not clock. Why is pirate pink?
Pirate's purple on mine.
It looks fucking pink on mine, but I got color inversion on, so. And whoever Pando,
Pando, that's
or what the
Pando.
fuck?
That's my pussy.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Hold on, I
Jesus
gotta pet my
Christ.
pussy.
Is your pussy black and white? Like, what the fuck's going
Yes.
on here?
And you called your pussy
Okay.
Pando, not pandering?
And Clocks is
No, my
orange.
pussy's name is Damien. Oh, someone's
Yeah,
already
see, I would've called
my pussy.
I would
Yeah,
have called my
Clocks,
pussy
come on over and
Cantata.
play with that pussy.
Clocks may be the one who's playing with my pussy. I don't know.
Blue on mine. Clocks' pussy's blue? What?
No, no.
Did you spell like...
Clocks meant her name. You named yours. Is this normal? Yeah, you're supposed to name your pussy. See, look, right above the little XP line, his name is Damien.
Yeah, and Clocks spelt blue on her pussy for some
See,
reason.
you have an unfair
She got
advantage
blue on
because
it.
using a clock to play with your pussy is the ideal way because she's all hands.
That is true. And she's constantly rotating.
Some will have you
I don't know
done
what
in
to say to
seconds,
that,
other
Clocks.
in minutes, other in hours.
Why is Clocks dotting?
Because she doesn't know what to say to Aries.
You manned yours. What? Oh, you named yours. Fuck. Goddamn.
Yeah, she's talking about the fact that I named my pussy.
You need reading glasses.
Dude, I'm blind as fuck. Glasses don't help me.
work.
And the best bit about using a clock as well
Get a telescope.
is that because the batteries are replaceable, you can use rechargeable batteries, which are recharged with the Wank Master.
I knew
lower
it
your
was
power
gonna
bill.
come circles to the Wank Master. Full circle.
And there's the dot again, man.
No, it's the same dot. You're just seeing it. You just keep scrolling up and down, and you think you see it multiple times.
No, I see it right now. I think. Wait a minute.
The best part is coming full circle means there's a full circle joke.
Oh wait, I wasn't seeing the dots. Fuck. Green to me.
On a very odd side note, I would not recommend getting stung by a wasp. It is a great inconvenience.
You should get stung by bees on your penis to make your penis bigger. That's the secret to dick enlargement.
Have you tried that one?
Yeah, a couple times. Works pretty well.
Yeah. Speaking of difficult things, most of my bosses at work know that I'm on a podcast. They don't know what the podcast is.
I don't tell anybody at work.
It's time to share some links.
What did he say? I'm just gonna send them a link and not tell them. I'm just gonna say it's a general discussion thing.
I just sent it to a guy that I've been talking to for a while. No, Clocks, I'm not dating. I know. No, a month.
She sent it to me.
And,
oh wait, I'm here. Never mind.
And so just to and I gave him a warning. Well, I didn't give him a warning. I said good luck. I know, Clocks. You're always watching. That totally reminds me of Monsters Inc. Now I want to watch Monsters Inc.
No, Clocks is the person that was in the room with you whenever you started conceiving children out of wedlock. She was your guardian angel. It all makes sense now.
She was my imaginary friend when I was a kid?
Yeah, she kept showing up every time you did stuff bad, and she ended up being like a Toba or a Tolba or
my dog last night.
a Tolga or what the fuck ever it's called. That thing that you wish into existence.
Tolpa.
Tolpa? Yeah, okay.
Tolpa. Tolpa.
Tolpa, okay. Yeah, Clocks is a Tolpa. You created her. I don't know why you made her Canadian, though. That was kind of weird, but...
I've bleached it.
Which I can prove doesn't exist, because if Tolpas are real, where's your Jesus, assholes? Suck it.
Oh, I thought he was going to say, I can prove that doesn't exist. Canada is not real. Because Clocks is there, and she's a Tolpa.
Well, no, because Canada's real. We've got all 20 of their population in our server.
That is true. And they're all related, too. Like, they're all nieces and nephews. Mostly nieces and aunts, though, because they're all women for some reason. Wow, they really are almost all women. That's fucking weird. Does like Canada have a higher concentration of women than men or something? Like, now that I think about it,
I don't
Was
know.
Canada designed
Based
to
on
be a
my
harem?
Facebook dating app, I had a whole bunch of guys from Canada fucking
oh,
doing
okay,
Facebook.
okay, so
Daddy?
There's
it's
men.
not,
Yeah,
okay.
but see, they have to
Clax is gonna
manually
Google.
input
Time
their
to move to
location, so they could have been lying.
See,
They have
look.
to manually input their location, so they could have lied about it.
That's true. James is already on his way to Canada. Rog, good
I
job.
was gonna say, yeah,
You
pick
know
me up
that.
on the way, dude. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, if
from Rhode Island.
Canada's,
He's in Rhode Island.
if Canada, yeah, we'll get you a couple of hookers on the way. But yeah, if Canada's like, low on the men, I mean, I'll go up to Canada. I'll meet a couple of Canadian women. I don't care, like whatever.
Like the name of that area just sounds like it's having a midlife crisis. Am I a road? Am I an island? What am I?
It's a road that leads to an island. That's the secret. See, the secret entrance to Atlantis is right here in Rhode Island. You just have to get past all the hookers,
Really? I thought the
and you
secret
find it.
entrance only reveals itself after a bottle of wine.
No, you have to fuck your way through the hookers to get to the secret entrance to
Blind
Atlantis.
guy and an idiot go on a road trip. Hey! Oh my
Fuck
god,
yeah,
you guys
let's
could do
go.
a video blog! Yes!
Wait a minute, Pirate.
You just
You're
gave me a
blind?
terrible idea. You just gave me a very terrible idea, and I kind of want to do it.
I just realized
What?
Pirate must be blind because I'm the idiot.
No,
You remember
you're
how I
blind
showed
and
you
an
that game
idiot.
before? You remember how I showed you that game before where the third one got taken off of Steam, and we don't know why? The one where the guy's doing the fucking visual novel thing of dating advice?
Oh yeah!
We should do our own one, but
Oh.
intentionally fuck it up.
Wait, do our what now? I'm sorry, I was reading what Clock said. I got something to say to that too in a minute. But what are we creating to fuck up?
There's a game series on Steam where this guy who is extremely fucking creepy looking to the point where he might as well be on the sex offenders list has this kind of choose your own adventure visual novel style of how to date women where he'll go into a scenario and you have a multiple choice answer of what to do and they have a scripted scenario of what happens with each one. But the third game got taken off of Steam and I cannot find out why.
Oh,
To
I
the point where
think I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of it, but I'm thinking we should do our own one but intentionally fuck it up. Because if it's done as satire towards that game series, I don't see why Steam would take it down. Because they have very fucking low standards.
He might have like did some copyright shit or something, like infringed some shit or something. I mean, I don't know.
It's to the point where he's advertising his game. He's got, I think it was 2 models in lingerie on the bed lying down next to him. They really did not look like they wanted to be there. There's just the look on it. It was like, we want to be anywhere but here. If it wasn't for the money, we'd be gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rog, what are you gonna say to Claudia?
Oh, right. You said that it was fairly even between men and women in Canada. I mean, if me and Pirate come up there and he's like letting me drive, I'm sure we can scrape a few off the men's number. Hopefully none off the women's number. But I'll just get over in the express lane and gas it. I'm sure we can run over a few men. That way, me and Pirate have better chances in Canada. I'm fine with that.
No.
If you let me drive, I can make it look accidental.
Well, I can make it look accidental because I am an accident. And Pirate's an irresponsible idiot that let the blind person drive. See, we got our story.
Hey, Clax has a list for you.
Yeah, but
Of
see,
men.
Pirate's
I'm
the
not killing
irresponsible-
women.
But see, here's the thing. Pirate's the irresponsible
she said
person
men.
who let the
Guess
blind
some men.
person drive. I'm the irresponsible person who should have let the blind person drive.
No, that's true. And apparently I drive trucks and pirate streams or something, so.
Because, like, when you're driving, we know you're going to end up at some form of body of water.
Gas some men? No, I'm going to run them over.
Yeah, but you're going to end up in a river or a stream or somewhere at some point because you always end up in
Well,
water.
yeah, but that's why we'll be driving an APC. That way I can get out. Just like in GTA.
Whereas wherever I'm driving,
Pirate,
shit just randomly explodes.
If you want to be on stream anyway. If you don't, I understand.
Dear God, my truck dream is coming true. He's gonna be driving. Apparently, we're gonna pick up Scaly at some point.
Wait, why are we getting Scaly? I'm not driving all the way to England to pick up Scaly on the way to
Let's
fucking
drive
Canada,
to England,
okay?
guys. Let's drive to
Like,
England.
although in my APC I might be able to do that now that I think about it, so we might. I don't know.
Aren't we due a sacrifice at this point? I
Who
think we're
sacrifice?
overdue.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah,
We
we're
haven't done
overdue
a
sacrifice at this
sacrifice
point.
for the cult in a long time, guys. We
yeah. We
Yeah,
we
we're
need to get
overdue.
some new members in here so we can start
Yeah, because
that
like my
back
sperm
up.
count's getting really low. We need another sacrifice.
I
I'll
agree.
start banning people from the new members list.
Wait, no, don't do that. We need more members. Don't start banning them. We need people to kill or sacrifice in the name of righteous, holy, lustful Rog.
It's not killing unless it's in an. It's not killing if it's in the name of a god. Just ask the Catholics.
That's right. They've been doing it for centuries.
Yeah, look at the Crusades.
Hell yeah. Look at the war in the Middle East. Goddamn
Like,
right.
the Crusades have been around for so long and they're not even a good fucking class in RPGs.
Well, that is true. They used to be good in Diablo 3, but
Diablo
not
3.
anymore.
I want to fucking play Diablo 3, but no,
I
you
don't.
guys want to play fucking Diablo 4.
Well, fucking go play Diablo 3. Ares will play Diablo 3. Derek will play Diablo 3. Clocks will play Diablo 3. Pirate will play Diablo 3.
I have tried. I cannot play Diablo 3 unless it's on controller. Mouse and keyboard fucks with my wrist too much.
Oh, that's fine. I used to play. I actually have Diablo 3 for my Xbox.
The PC version doesn't have controller support.
Yeah, I remember trying to figure that out because somebody told me it did, but I could not figure out how to make it work. So
it doesn't, unless
Really?
they manually
That's
modded it
weird.
themselves. It doesn't. Not really. It's Blizzard. If they're not fucking
True.
their own employees, then they're fucking over their customers.
True. I actually want to play StarCraft. I want to do like the
I
campaign
used to
of
play that.
StarCraft so bad.
I have Diablo 3.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
also
was
have
just talking about.
StarCraft.
I do?
Well, I think it's
Well,
free.
I have StarCraft.
Yeah, Pirate, you would actually like StarCraft, knowing the types of games
It's like
you
the
like.
only space game that I like is StarCraft.
It's not really a space.
And
I
that's
mean,
why
it
I like
is, but
you don't
but
travel
it's
space, you just hop
it's
around.
an
It's
RT.
Command and Conquer.
It's an RTS, is all it is. Like Jesus Christ, Dad, space games. Like it's not really.
It's
a
Command
space
and Conquer, but with aliens.
Yes, exactly.
I love
Space
Protoss.
games. You love Procox. What?
Protoss in fucking StarCraft.
well-
Protoss.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a game you and Clocks played in the girl private time or something. I don't know what the fuck.
No, that's my drawer. I like
with the
how
ping pong
actually
balls.
I
Yeah.
actually like turn and look at my drawer as they say that.
Yeah, I heard you turn. I didn't see.
We need to stop an esports team and just call it Procox.
Yeah, and then Clocks and Death can be like the main carrier. You know,
Okay,
like they
guys,
can
we're coming
carry
up on
everybody.
3 hours, so we need to start.
I see that. We're gonna have to wind it down. Pirate, you're late. I'm disappointed.
With the way that this whole identity thing's working as well, we should just walk onto an esports stage, and as soon as they say that we lose, we should just throw a massive fucking fit and say that they can't beat us because we identify as winners.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, we can do that.
Yeah, give us our money. We identify as a winner.
Yeah, and because we're a minority, that means like they have to do it, or we can
Clocks,
sue
are
them.
you talking to me? Because yes, I do. I do love Clocks. I do love Clocks. I do love Cox and Clocks.
I love Clocks too. Clocks is awesome.
It's Cox or Clocks?
Clocks.
I do not love Clocks' cock though. That's something I don't need in my life.
Well,
yeah, Clocks, you keep your cock to yourself. Oh, the love.
Technically, all women have a 10-centimeter penis.
Yeah.
It's called clitoris.
Now I kind of want to measure mine. Is it really 10 centimeters?
Shouldn't be.
The entirety of the thing, on average, yes. The bit that you can measure, no.
Oh.
Oh, he's talking about like, okay, yeah, the up and side.
Well, then how do you know?
British humor. Okay. Same way we know most shit. Because it
there,
showed up in a comedy show at some point.
There was a TikTok about apparently men have like 4 inches of penis on the inside of their body.
Oh, well, just, yeah, you can crank that out.
I'll just go grab a knife. I'll find out for you.
No, you can just crank it out, dude. Like once you get the crank installed, like at the hospital, like you can just crank that extra out if the chick's like
It's
saying,
more
"Oh,
than
give me
4
more, give me more."
inside? Really, Ren?
Yeah, but see, I haven't been in the fight for very long. 'Cause my grip strength isn't that good. I have to go get a knife. Back in a minute. Plus, I'm British, so I have to use a knife.
No! We don't have time for you to do
Well,
autopsy. We'll do that next week.
Well, fuck you, I'm doing it.
Not an autopsy, it's a vivisection. He's still alive.
Touche.
Also, he's apparently changing his gender.
It's not a vivisection, it's a coppisection.
There we go, guys. Live on Spit Roast, we have Aries that's going to be switching his gender. What are you going to be called, Aries?
The Thing.
He walked away.
What does it matter? Either way, I'm still a cunt.
Either way, it's okay. Let's see. How many inches of penis?
Who's Renalentis?
Ren. That's Ren.
Oh, that's Garrison. Okay.
Yeah, but see, when you word it like that, it could be on the gay side. It could be anywhere between 4 to 12 inches.
Wait, what?
Okay, penises are longer than they look. In fact, around half of the entire length is housed inside the body.
That's what I'm saying. You can just crank it out.
So,
in that case, I'm 60 inches.
Jesus Christ. He's in there. He's doing surgery on his penis in the kitchen right now.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, in that case, it's not 4 inches.
I just pulled up an article, 10 things you didn't know about the penis. We are talking about this next week. And I'm sure
Sounds
we can
great.
I'm sure we can find this for vaginas too. We are talking about this next week.
I know a decent amount about the vagina.
I think I know what the
No,
top
and
one.
we clearly covered what you know about the penis in our sex ed episode.
Well, yeah, I learned what you could do with it. That thing's a fucking workhorse. Like I said, like
I know
that woman showed me so much.
I'm suddenly busy next week. No, you're not, Clax. You'll join.
I know what the number one thing is about penises that most people wouldn't know.
What's that?
No, in the trans community, is that men have one.
Men have them. Oh no, women have them nowadays too.
Yeah, but they're not real. They just get the screw-ons.
Gotta go to Aries' funeral next week.
That explains the trans community. You are what you eat.
But what, the screw-ons?
Well, I don't eat cock.
Well, that we know of.
You say that, but I've seen the food that they sell in America.
Yeah, wieners. You never ate a wiener?
I guess hot dogs. I guess there's hot dogs.
You ever have a McWiener from McDonald's?
I have taquitos, guys.
Yeah, lots of the food is.
I just saw Clox's messages in my chat.
Very busy.
To stop her or she will kill me. I wonder what that was in relation to. I didn't see that pop up. Could be anything at this point.
Clock says very busy next week. Yeah, Clocks, we know you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy, like, listening to the podcast. We know. Like,
yeah.
Like, clear your schedule. Make sure you got room.
Ad break in 34 seconds. God damn it. Snooze. I'm snoozing that
Remember, for the ad breaks, just when the ad break starts, on the top right-hand corner, you can still see the stream. If you hover over it, you'll see a pop-up. Click the pop-out. Click that pop-out, and then just stretch it over the advert. You can mute the ad and keep the stream volume going up. That way, when the ad is over, the stream will just click back into place. You can watch the stream and ignore the ad.
Well, I snoozed that one because since we're going to be wrapping it up here. We got 3
And also,
3 hours.
Also,
yes.
You pop it out and you stretch over it. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, stretch it.
Just like my pussy flaps.
Yep, thought them were mud flaps.
Flap in the breeze. Oh, Aries, you can do that sound. It makes me go yee, but you can do it.
Yee.
Not with the mask on.
I can, it just doesn't, the microphone just doesn't pick it up very good.
Clax is like, no. Well, thank you so much for being here with us on this. I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to call this episode. We do this podcast every week on Thursdays. Today we ran a little late because of me. I fucked my schedule up.
I know what I'm calling it.
What are
Women's rights.
What?
Women's Rights to Bukkake Fest.
I'm glad Death isn't ready because, you know, we're sitting around here waiting for an hour.
I
What?
know.
Then I waited on you. I came in here at 8:50.
I was here on time.
I was here on time too. I was actually asking Pirate, hey, Pirate, like it's 7:59. I know it was 7:59 because Dragon, I asked and Dragon was in chat. She's like, oh yeah, it's 7:59. And
No,
I'm like,
it
shit, is
wasn't.
like Pirate. I was like, Pirate.
Oh, you mean for that one? Yeah,
Like,
7:59.
yeah, 7:50. Yes, and I was
We
like,
did
Pirate,
ask.
like, is Death on or whatever? He's like,
I sent a
she's
message
on, but
at
she's
7.
away. Yeah, and did you see whenever I responded? I didn't know you sent that fucking message at
Well,
7.
check your fucking messages.
I
Are you
was
telling the
looking
blind
for.
guy to read?
I was hunting for
He
a
has
wife.
with the Windows magnifier. Don't let him fucking fool you.
I was
And the
hunting
fucking
for a
reader.
wife.
You were shopping for a wife.
I was hunting for a wife. God
You
damn it!
said
I was
shopping.
burning.
Why are you changing it
I
up
just
now?
said I was hunting for a wife and burning cities. Okay, I can't. The empire will not populate
Well,
without my
after
offspring to help populate
after
it.
the change
Well,
of moving it
I
back
ju-
an
I ju-
hour, none of you guys were here. I'm just
I
saying.
just want to say, as somebody who is descendant from colonizers, you said that like a true Brit. I put it right here.
Oh my god.
Poor Ren. Hi,
Well,
Ren.
God damn it, I was.
Welcome back to the end of the show.
I will find me a wife and I will burn the villages down until I find the right wife.
Well, this
Yeah, I
is
was checking it out.
obviously this is
Throughout
Spit
the-
Roast. Aries and Rog are co-hosts with me, DeathKitten, and we had some amazing guys here as Ren, Wolf, and James. If you guys want to hit the follow and so then you can be told when we're live next, but again, it's generally on Thursdays. We might move back an hour here and there. Or Aries might break Ireland and we might have to move it to a Saturday.
Wait,
It happens.
what's a loincloth?
Cloth.
Oh, there's an H in there. Oh shit, never
Isn't
mind.
that just
Okay.
another word for a kidney stone?
If you want to join our Discord
Maybe.
and hear us bullshit in person and play games with us, there's a Discord in chat. Feel free to join us in Suspects. Clocks is your mother, so just go ahead and join up. And Aries is your daddy.
No autographs though.
And
Always-
Rog is
always
Papa.
make sure
He
to
will
call
give
Clock
if
Mommy.
you call him Papa or Poppy, he will give you pizza and ice cream.
That's not true. Scaly made that up. That's a lie.
He's also the figurehead of our cult.
Yes, where we
You
make
can't
mean
tell people
religion.
that. People get the wrong idea.
What's the right idea?
That's the wrong idea.
All hail Lord Rog.
Anyway,
In
guys,
his blindness, he
you
sees
have
all.
an amazing night. Not your mother. Quit trying to
Oh,
give me
shit.
children. I'm going to give you multiple children.
No,
that sounds really
Fox is
naughty.
going to impregnate you.
Or I'm gonna impregnate Clocks.
Also,
We're
I
getting on
just want
it.
to raise a fucking question. When somebody makes a joke about
said
wanting to give their children away, the one question you do not ask them is, do you want kids? Because that can be taken in so many different fucking ways.
True
They're
that.
never too
That
old
is
to be
true.
left on a doorstep.
Pretty dirty.
Fuck off, Aries. Anyway, you guys all have a fantastic night. Thank you for being here with us. It has been fun as always, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
And on the counterpoint,